got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go, 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 slow, go, still go, go, there's no hope, go, still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
You cannot stop me, I'ma make it to the top spicy. Call a covenant, not cocky, you cannot break me. This world's mine for the taking. Got an itch, man, I'm making. I'll keep my head down and grind and be patient. I'll take a stab at the top and the sailing. They can all try, but you cannot contain it. Cause I see the things that I want and I take on my goals. Push myself to the brink, no limit. Do what it takes to be free, committed. I'm a little obsessed with things, I'll admit it. But that's what it takes to get a freedom ticket. Got a killer instinct and it's just the beginning. Breaking down walls and the hurt start thinning. And the more you push it, the fast start trimming. Till you're the only one standing up straight, winning all.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
You just gotta wanna keep chasing, pursue everything you're facing. Keep up with the pace and adrenaline rush starts racing. Get through all the things you hate and don't let the others in charge of your dreams. They just don't know what it takes to be seen. You see the ship take control of your team. And if you're alone, then a one-man army. So you better be starving, and you better be carving. Through the hate, keep marching, and every day keep charging ahead till you get what you want, what you dream. Regret is a thing of the past, and you'll see that you've always had it inside. It's the key to make the most of this life. Believe.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
Gonna die on this hill. Be ready to
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit in a plan and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. And like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. I got all the voters.
I swear to God, I've been at it for a minute. Climbing to the top, and this music was my ticket. Found a way to grind, turn a passion to a business. No limit, I'ma get it, having millions as a witness. I'm addicted to winning, living up every single day. I'll be fighting and building up in a million different ways. I don't think I can stop, I think I need the chase. I love the race, and I'm running till I'm first place. Long nights, long flights, I'ma make it big. Big dreams, big sights since I was a kid. Doing things that I like, let the pieces fit. I like the pain, feel alive when I'm under it. I could change, adapt, do what I need to. All these obstacles, they look and see through. Don't let the anger out, just let it feed you. I'll see you at the top, just let me teach you.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller. Move forward in the battle like soldier. In the game like closer. I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motor. I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be be seeing my name on posters. You could call me POTUS, I got all the votes.
They be like, really, you got a milli from doing something silly? I'm like, chilly, I've been killing for decades now, Billy. Well, maybe like several years, but who's counting really? I just know how to turn something silly into a milli. Got a lot to say, and a lot need to hear it. You don't quit today, we don't stop, no, we feel it to the top. Yeah, we change our whole world, yeah, we steer it. Getting lost in the things that make us all worth hearing. I'm the first one to turn up, learn stuff, but mostly I'm just in the lab getting work done. Cause the bills on the first, they still worth some. I never forget being broke, man, it hurts, son. But not as bad as not having any purpose. I took stabs, this and that, and it's working. But I still grind every day for that thirst. It's a curse being first, yeah, still gotta get my work done.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller, move forward in the battle like soldier, in the game like closer. I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motive, I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters. You could call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
Yeah, let's go. New year, new me, turn it up a new degree. I'm gonna make it to the top if it's the last thing I see. Work hard every day, work hard, then we play. I'll be doing everything in my own damn way. Ain't nobody tell me shit, I'm on top of it. Writing hits that make other people feel like writing hits. We gon' get every little goal that we wanna get. Never quit, we don't even know what it means to quit. Write it down, what you want, what you need, what you see. Everything that you wanna be. Put it out in the world, that's your destiny. In your mind, what you need is to have believe. I'm gonna make it to the top, cause I never stop. My own switch doesn't have enough. I think it's broken, I think it's lost. I guess that's why I never take a loss.
New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win.
Make a deal with yourself that you'll get after it. Find something that you love, call it passionate. Or find some passion and leave it behind, adequate. Your journey starts now, time to make it happen then. You could be great, have it your way. Served up like some room service on a nice plate. The high life is only hours a day away from making a change to the life that you chase. New year, new you, new day. Go prove to yourself you could do anything you wanna do. When you set your mind to something big that you choose, break it down to the root, chip away, gotta move. Push past all your limitations. Right now consider this an invitation. Make your worth go up like inflation, and start chasing your dreams, stop waiting.
New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, Fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst I say and turn them to a game. Take the best I say and put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go, 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 slow, go, still go, 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 hope, go, still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
You cannot stop me, I'ma make it to the top spicy. Call a covenant, not cocky, you cannot break me. This world's mine for the taking. Got an itch, man, I'm making. I'll keep my head down and grind and be patient. I'll take a stab at the top and the sailing. They can all try, but you cannot contain it. Cause I see the things that I want and I take on my goals. Push myself to the brink, no limit. Do what it takes to be free, committed. I'm a little obsessed with things, I'll admit it. But that's what it takes to get a freedom ticket. Got a killer instinct and it's just the beginning. Breaking down walls and the hurt start thinning. And the more you push it, the fast start trimming. Till you're the only one standing up straight, winning all.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
You just gotta wanna keep chasing, pursue everything you're facing. Keep up with the pace and adrenaline rush starts racing. Get through all the things you hate and don't let the others in charge of your dreams. They just don't know what it takes to be seen. You see the ship take control of your team. And if you're alone, then a one-man army. So you better be starving, and you better be carving. Through the hate, keep marching, and every day keep charging ahead till you get what you want, what you dream. Regret is a thing of the past, and you'll see that you've always had it inside. It's the key to make the most of this life believe.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. Your real life lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit in a plan and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing. Yeah.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
I got all the voters. I swear to God, I've been at it for a minute. Climbing to the top, and this music was my ticket. Found a way to grind, turn a passion to a business. No limit, I'ma get it, having millions as a witness. I'm addicted to winning, living up every single day. I'll be fighting and building up in a million different ways. I don't think I can stop, I think I need the chase. I love the race, and I'm running till I'm first place. Long nights, long flights, I'ma make it big. Big dreams, big sights since I was a kid. Doing things that I like, let the pieces fit. I like the pain, feel alive when I'm under it. I could change, adapt, do what I need to. All these obstacles, they look and see through. Don't let the anger out, just let it feed you. I'll see you at the top, just let me teach you.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller. Move forward in the battle like soldier. In the game like closer. I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motor. I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters. You could call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
They be like, really, you got a milli from doing something silly? I'm like, chilly, I've been killing for decades now, Billy. Well, maybe like several years, but who's counting really? I just know how to turn something silly into a milli. Got a lot to lot need to hear it. You don't quit today, we don't stop, no we feel it to the top. Yeah, we change our whole world, yeah we steer it. Getting lost in the things that make us all worth hearing. No, I'm the first one to turn up, learn stuff.
And welcome back, everybody, to the PGCS here at Plausible Gaming. My name is Edu, and on the mic, I am joined with the wonderful Llama77, as we're going to be taking you through this next best of 5. And Llama, yesterday was a big day here for our semi-finalists, and let's talk about it. Who made it through? How did the games go?
The games were kind of vastly different. We started out with 2 semifinals, 2 different best of 3s, and 3 brand new teams who had never seen a semifinals berth before. But it was the same history as Season 9. The LFO good guys, with their controlling nature, were just able to completely dominate their series. They got the 2-0 victory, and it wasn't close. They were BMing the entire time. They earned their spot to defend their championship title today, but on the other side, you had the Sellers, who lost game number 1 in overtime. They come back to win in a full 24 rounds in map number 2, whatever it is, and then the 3rd round, they just haymaker, blow straight to the mouth, take it by force.
Yeah, honestly, what we saw from yesterday's gameplay was definitely a interesting dynamic between the 2 teams that are now facing each other. 1, BM and stomp. 2, try your hardest, and then finally just channel that 1 Kamehameha. Like, it was great. They got the damage dealt. They're now here. So, with this being a best of 5, with $500 on the line here in Season 10, we know that these teams have proven themselves to be ready for this match today. And of course, we do have those good boys, our reigning champions, who show BM, who know that this is a quick paycheck for them. I want to see them get completely stomped. I want to see some ego get added to the fire here. I want to see somebody who gets a little bit of knowledge checked. I want to see it. And of course, I also want to see you guys watching from home drop a follow on the Twitch and the YouTube, because we have something very important coming up. It's Season 11, where we are choosing to double the prize pool, Llama. That's right. We're going from what? 500 all the way up to 1,000?
Yeah, we decided to double it. I mean, why not bring in some brand new faces? And you know what? Like you said, you can be a part of that tournament at home. Find 5 guys that are the best at Counter-Strike and earn your way through the semifinals. Play live on stream. Get yourself some stream footage. The tournament dates are already set from the 12th to the 15th of March. You can either find that pinned in the YouTube or Twitch chat, or along with the YouTube description if you're watching this on replay. And Edu, also important to mention, yesterday we also broke our viewership record over on X. So if you're not watching, make sure to pull it up on multiple monitors. 100,000 people viewed the semifinals. Let's see how many we can get for the championship.
Yeah, honestly, it's crazy to see the numbers that are being pulled here at Plausible Gaming. So if you guys are taking a gander at all of our different streams across all of the wonderful platforms that you can see Plausible Gaming on, you might want to find out about our LFG platform, our Discord, where you can find a team, get ready to play, and get ready to join Season 11 for that very large prize pool. And of course, let's hope to see some amazing gameplay. Looks like we're going to be looking at some previous gameplay. Let's take a look at some of LOS.
Yeah, the highlights from yesterday. An incredible set of semifinals, and overall, like we said, 2 very different overall looks. And these are the 2 teams playing today. The Sellers, as we will try and not mispronounce their name. You said it, it's a Polish name. So love the different countries and representation here in the PGCS. But the LFO good guys, again, it's simple. They swept. They're the reigning champions. They have everything going their way.
Yeah, let's take a look at these highlights. Let's see if these 2 teams have everything that they need to pop off.
I mean, the LFO good guys yesterday, it was clean. I mean, the ability to work together, the ability to clutch up, and especially those first bloods and how they started off. I mean, look at that scoreline. It just got out of control early. They went round after round. They stole their opponent's pick and never looked back in the series. And the crazy thing was, over the course of those two games, they had multiple different MVP players step up at different moments.
Yeah, honestly, when it came down to LFO, they are a very consistent team across the board. They don't need no hero plays, but they do these little moments where a lot of their gameplay has been kind of, I wouldn't say expected, but I would say consistent enough where, you know, we kind of get used to it. We get used to LFO good guys doing what people shouldn't be doing in a tournament setting, and that's just pulling out some really crazy plays. I mean, WNTP and Nur single-handedly winning over Bass together. Like, it was amazing to see these guys, what they could do. And the consistency across the board from this team definitely is what we're going to be looking at. Now, at the same time, they also made a lot of mistakes that I think we can be opposing today. All right, how can we punish those mistakes?
Yeah, I mean, you look at this second map. They started down 0-3. We were actually quite worried about them after they had lost that pistol. They had lost a few more, but then they just started to rein it back. And what's so crazy about them is not only, again, that they can clutch them from so many different players, it's that it feels like even in an eco, they are the ones in the advantage. So we'll have to see how their opping works, of course, in this best of 5 as well. You can't really hide a bad map if you have it in your map pool, so maybe for these teams, they got to show their best couple maps on yesterday, and there will be some worse knowledge maps going into today.
Yeah, and of course, with it being a best of 5, we are going to be going to a lot more maps. So the options for bans not going to be as clean. But let's find out first, how did the other team that's going up against LFO Good Boys, how did they play yesterday? I mean, they had a much larger time to play. They went pretty much all of the semifinal was played to its completion. You know, we started off here on Ancient, where you saw just a real back and forth battle between them and DNK, ultimately ending in DNK's victory here. But it was an overtime victory. It took a long time to shut down these sellers. So seeing what they could do in a more comfortable position now that they're in a best of 5 where they have rounds and maps to give a little, take a little. And that's what their main strategy was in that last semifinal. So kind of hoping that we're going to be seeing something similar.
Yeah, and honestly, this was kind of anybody's series. We were talking about after map number 2 that, I mean, you had just played a map that went to overtime. You played a full 24-round regulation, lost that second map. Obviously, if DNK had won that second map, the series would have been over, but it was such a momentum swing, and I wonder if the sellers can tap into that today. Can they tap into these momentous rounds, these surges where they find really huge picks and find the work with each other? Because they had some bad rounds, they definitely had some mistakes, but I think on the bright side, they had Epstein, who was just on fire the entire day.
Yeah, no, very consistent plays from Epstein here, especially on Anubis, and pretty much was one of the main reasons that these guys really moved forward. But if we start talking about this Dust map, where it was an absolute stomp, this is where we saw very clean gameplay from everyone across the board. I think, yes, Epstein got a ton of frags, but Gus 3K, I would say, is their main fragger, someone who can consistently hit those shots. Franco did a great job with the ops and things like that. So, you know, we saw WNTP's op. We're going to need to see how these two players battle it out ultimately. But as we do see, DNK was not able to beat them, but let's see if our reigning champions can.
And you see that final score. I mean, 13-4. We said it. It was much more of a momentum shifter game after winning that second one and being able to take it. But some really clean plays going into that final map. You also talk about Gus, and you talk about that op battle from Franco. That's going to be super exciting, and we'll decide a ton. And, you know, depending on where we go for our map pool, it's going to be exciting to see how these different teams approach it. And obviously, for the LFO good guys, you've got a chance here to come out swinging, to try and go fast and try and emulate what you did yesterday, especially because you have less footage on you and whole less map than the other team of extra footage.
Yeah, a lot of footage here and a lot to really VOD review. We talked a little bit about the advantages that LFO good was into this set. They got semi-final duo stuff. So now they know, okay, where are these players? What is main strategies that we can try to or to exploit. So LFO good guys goes into this with a lot of knowledge about what the enemy team is capable of, while on the flip side, yes, you also have the sellers being able to watch previous seasons and see the good boys really try to bring those things across the board. So I would say, if knowledge to knowledge, I think LFO good boys gets a little bit of a crash course of the most recent, while we're looking at the sellers kind of have to do a lot more deep dive into that research. And would you rather be spending your time deep diving in research, or hitting the training bots, hitting the ability to work the aim labs a little bit and make sure your mechanical skill is good enough against this team? Where they're going to be putting their time and allocation, that's really what's going to be shown up here today. Hopefully with a best of 5, they have enough maps to pick from that they actually know well enough, as I think their Ancient was a little bit lacking, and I think I want to see somebody on Nuke today. We didn't get to see any Nuke yesterday. So overall, I think that this is going to be a very interesting set here, Llama.
And I'll be excited to see, especially where we go for these first couple maps, because again, although in a best of 5 you can't really hide your maps, you can kind of do a little bit of a job of banning at least your worst map away in the first round rotation, and then putting something that you hate towards the end, something way towards the back. So picking your strongest map first and making sure you have that review of your opponents. Let's find out where we're going for today's championship as we head into map veto.
Let's find out. And I gotta say, it's Nuke as well, a very common ban. Hello, me. Very common ban to see all of these guys get taken out. But then we're back on Mirage for LFO. This is their bread and butter map here, Llama.
Yeah, it's the one they arguably dominated even more than the other map, saying that their series was fast and clean. So that's where we're going. Dust 2, which was actually our decider. It was the seller's strongest map, though, over the course in series score alone. So quickly, Mirage, Dust 2, and Ancient. That's a good 3-starter.
Yeah, an Ancient here, LFO good boys. This is, or good guys, this is their pickup here. So for LFO to be able to lock this in and grab Ancient, a map that they saw was the one map that unfortunately the sellers kind of struggled with, it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. And of course, I like the fact that we're seeing a lot of comfort picks here. You know, we see LFO good guys going for more counter picking, and then we have the opposite happen. Anubis, I would say, is favoring the good guys. That was a very tough map for them to take, and Overpass being the final, that's where we saw the good guys honestly just play so confidently with their util usage. So this is going to be a very interesting set if it does get to that map 5, but overall I'm thinking that it's going to be a balance between who's comfortable on whose map. But knowing Plausible Gaming, if you guys have been here since season 1 like I have, you might notice something. Every time someone picks a map, the opposing team is the one who takes that map. I don't know why, but that comfortability, I think, also leads to complacency and not understanding that maybe somebody else knows that map a little bit better than us. So Llama, getting into these map picks, I'm pretty excited here.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think, as you mentioned, it overall favors LFO good guys. Out of those 5 total map picks, I think just in yesterday's results, they'd be favored in 4 of them. But the good news is there is that Dust 2 to kind of separate everything. If you lose map number 1 as the sellers, you have this chance to bounce back. And honestly, that is where the entire series could hinge off of. If you go into this first map and lose, and you don't bounce back, well, then all of a sudden, you're at down 2-0 and you're probably losing the series anyway. But if you can find a way to bounce back, maybe that can springboard you right back into the series. Or, like you said, can you step up here in map number 1 against one of the single best map picks of yesterday and across their entirety of Plausible Gaming career?
Yeah, I mean, this is a generational run coming out from the first team, the first seed here with the good guys. So I got to see where these players have kind of ended up at this point, you know. But at the end of the day, locking this in, getting these games going, I think the biggest thing that's going to matter is those mechanical skills that I saw LFO good guys kind of lock in very consistently. So we saw spray transfers, we saw utility timing, we saw beautiful flash-ins, pop flashes that this team desperately needs, and we also saw a punish of people without utility, being able to just dry swing out, get those really good reads on people, while we look on over to the other side, and this is going to be a little bit more stressful. You know, this is a hot seat, and a hot seat that LFO Good Guys has been in for a long time. I mean, they're the reigning champions for a while now, and they're consistently coming into the championship series and going, okay, I don't really stress that much because I've been here before. But for the spenders, for the sellers, it's not going to be as easy.
No, and I think they have a lot of pressure on them. They've got to keep a very level head. I don't envy them on the server today because a single knife kill, the Negevs were pulled out yesterday. Every single thing that can cause a disrupt. Yeah, the Zeus and mental fortitude, it was there. So you have to keep a level head. Even if you lose rounds, you have to stay with it in your communication and with your team. And for the sellers, they've got to step up here in map number 1. I think more importantly than anything, they've got to have a good showing. If it goes like 13-5, 13-4 like we started yesterday, the Good Guys could just find themselves running away with the series. That being said, they 2-0'd in Season 9, and in Season 9, the championship went all 5.
Yeah, so let's hope that the very clean way of turning this around will be coming out of the team that honestly knows how to work under pressure. That's the one thing about the sellers, is that they were down a map, they were down rounds, and then they completely 180'd to lead up to that haymaker, as it called it. So seeing what these teams can do, I think that it's going to come down to, okay, if we can't beat them in the ego department, we might just have to beat them in the endurance department, and that is something that the sellers have. So let's get in the game here. Let's find out what these guys are going to be doing. Pistol rounds beginning. Mirage as our first map.
Start off the championship here. Map number 1, the sellers. CT side for them, as LFO Good Guys did pick this map. So the Good Guys will start on their T side, and this has been fiery. They use their speed just super well to take space and overwhelm you. That's the biggest thing and the biggest word for them. The question is going to be, for the sellers, how do they sit up here in the pistol round? Looked like they're going for a 2-1-2, and immediately the player on scaffolding is dead and dusted.
Yeah, WNTP living up to the hype that we've given him from those last plays, but now it's a new play, running and gunning, and then it's jumping, gets one down onto 0, and that is going to trade the players out, but there is going to be the bomb planted, and unfortunately Epstein has to wait for his team to get close. But look at the util, there's nothing to get them around the corner except for their aim, and a bullet to the brain is going to drop him down to 2 HP here, Llama.
Zen and Nair just finding these angles together. Nair is already on a double kill, and WNTP finds themselves a double kill as well. The speed is just killer, and I mean, Edu, how fast did they take jungle? It was like you blink and you miss it.
Yeah, that was an insanely fast take. And now looking at the way that this team has been able to be just so aggressive and accurate. They're running, they're gunning, and they're hitting heads like there's no tomorrow. And I'm hoping that we can see some sort of slowing down here. But look at the buy. We actually see no one on the CT side forcing up, which I think is a big trap that a lot of people do second round. Completely murders the economy. So understanding, hey, we're not going to beat them when they have AKs. It's smart to just wait for these rifle rounds, and hopefully we're going to see LFO Good Guys try to keep as many of these rifles in their hands going into the 3rd round.
And tougher part too for the sellers is they didn't really get that many kills, so they didn't have that much base money to work with either. Nair finds themselves another kill, and Obo's got an extra. Ooh. It is kills all across the board, but a headshot there from Steve makes it into a 4v2. They're just rushing him down. Steve gets a second. Hold on just a little bit. Obo finds their double kill. Petro trying to fire from the crossfire, and it looks like the sellers will fall down, but 2 kills, not terrible.
Not bad at all. And honestly, 2 kills there. They will be losing a rifle. We don't actually pick up the Galil for the MAC-10, but it's Petro here. How many times have we seen this guy just keep with the SMG because he knows that the mobility of it is his in? It's like we're seeing a new form of Counter-Strike. Back in the day, you wanted to see a very little weapon variety to make sure that you had that one-tap potential. But now with the MAC-10 meta, you just run and gun and you buy space so easily.
I mean, with the cheapness of it, for how many kills Petro gets, just automatically gets that value back full. They're from Z goes no good. Gus is dead, and Nair takes out the big clutcher. Nair is already 4-1 through 2 rounds here, and Zero finds a shot there on Petro. Doesn't count it through the smoke, but still brings it down to a 4v4. Nair, dumping utility through this stairs entry side, has decided to just wait.
Yeah, this is very solid. And now Hedge wanting to push up a little bit, watches as Epstein gets a clean spray through, and there goes Nair. Now, down 2 players, 3-4. This is eventually going to be an ending A hit. And Epstein, timing, just barely misses them push up ramp and has no idea that WNTP is going to be positioned well to try to execute. But now they've spotted him out. If he tries to go for the re-peek, this is where the real damage happens. But mollies are out, util's dumping. They're going to be hitting A here.
The health on Epstein is down to 17. That could really be a problem. If they could find the skill and balance, that'd be even better. WNTP down to 26. Flashes everywhere in. And retake on the stairs upper side. There's a headshot. There's an extra from WNTP. A double kill. Zenad's the cherry on top. And the LFO good guys are down to just 2. As WNTP is slain through the box. There's a kill. And it's a 1v1.
Oh, very clean, but baited it out. Look at that movement. Oh my days. Goes for the plant fake to the jump box and is able to spray them down like that. An absolutely beautiful play. And that's kind of what we expect from LFO good guys. On the rifle versus rifle, they needed this round. And even with Hedge getting that triple double, they tried their best. But LFO just has that mechanicals.
And it's a costly round. I mean, that was the full investment round after saving in round number 2 from the sellers. So they're back to pistols. They bring out some MP7s to try and deal some close range damage. They've gotten themselves in close here. Right through mid. They've got damage, but Petro, Nair, and WNTP open up the round with blood. The good guys are up +3, and realistically, Gus, we've seen him before, but it's a tough one to ask of.
Yeah, very tough. And Nair looking to just entry again. Sprays him down. Gus 3K. MP9 in hand. And 5 enemies to try to do some damage to. Good opportunity here. Full armor MP9. No util. So arguably, you don't really want to see him go for the save. You want to see him go for these exit frags. And let's find out if that is going to be down. Petro, great position here. Off angle by chair. Might be able to lock down mid. But right now, Gus 3K, he hears the footsteps. And he's waiting for anyone on good guys to make it. He just spotted one.
Nade out on the Gus. Yet to get a kill. There's his first. Nice little headshot. Petro is down to 6 HP here, but the duel on the AK just forcing this out. Bombs down to a 4th. The good guy's gonna pick up their 4th round here. How many can Gus get? He's got another! They're just crouching through, finally, through the breakable. Zen will find that kill.
Completely worth it for Gus 3K there to get those 2 picks. That's a lot of money earned from the MP9. Even if he didn't get an AK to walk away with, that is just cash in hand. That's the SMG way. Look at this. Immediately doubled his funds and then did it again. So started with 800, ended with 2,000 just from those exit frags. Now getting into the round, everyone's able to bomb. This is where we see the oppers back in the pocket here. Zero versus WNTP. This is an op versus op battle, and I'm hoping to see some real clean moments with it.
I mean, WNTP so far, just based on kills, 5 and 2. But now that they've got that scoped rifle, they can really put some pressure down towards some of these longer sight lines. I like how they're developing down here towards tunnels. Gives them an extra route to kind of gather information in case the sellers rotate too quick or are making a lot of footstep noise. The flash goes out here just trying to clear things for Epstein, but realistically, if you put too much pressure towards mid, they'll find the kill at least onto Petro, but this could just be an execute if they don't get back to the site quick enough.
Yeah, very solid. Now, running and gunning, it's Nerd just trying to make a little bit of noise, getting his team around this corner here. 1 minute on the clock. So far, only being down Petro is not that bad. I'm also looking at the fact that Nerd just running all the way through these smokes, finally traded out, but now full control of A site.
Hoppers available on both sides, too. Bomb plant. They see the jungle control, gets another kill for Zen. Double on this round, and there it is, the 3K. Zero dies to the op shot, and the Wild West duel goes to the LFO good guys. Even when it's going bad, they find a way to dig themselves out of a grave.
Now, I will say, though, 0-5. This is where DNK brought the Sellers yesterday. So see this 5 score line. I don't think that I'm that worried considering that game ended in an overtime. So this could definitely be a little bit of a change up here, but it looks like we are going to be seeing a B split with mid being mainly aggressed just by Nair.
Obo gets a free one as Hedge tries to force the over-aggression. Nair already 7-4 into the positive, just like everybody else except Petro on the team, who is 3-3. Nair's got a double kill. Filthy headshots. Excuse me, it's a single kill. Obo got that first one, but I mean, the good guys are just running away with this map. They're up 5-0. 3 players on this other side. It is 2 rifles, just fast swinging the Lamborghini. Nair's got his wheels punctured, and Steve will do what he can with the deagle. There's the first headshot, but now they are just pincered in. Steve doubled the last time. This time around, it will be another double, taking down Petro, who falls below the positive KD line. But finally, the headshot from Nair brings his 3K to Rain.
Well, this was where we saw the Sellers able to rein it in and have that return to sender here. But now LFO good guys just completely flipping the script here. First time they've fully rushed B as a team, and now they have completely taken aback the Sellers. So Epstein going for some exit frags. Well, Zen, we know this guy, very hungry for these kills, wants to try to bully these players, and might as well. Going on up, reading this incredibly smart. Epstein trying to tuck in this corner, needs to have a faster reaction time than Zen, and let's find out who's got what.
They were going to wait for teammates to come help out, but all that timing is everything. I think he's just going to save. Zen has money to burn and decides just hold on to the round here. 6 rounds for the LFO good guys, and punishing the over-aggression, their ability to go super fast in these first 5 rounds, and then in round 6 just say, no, you come to us. We'll kill you when we do. Steve still finds himself into a double kill, but nothing else is going right.
Yeah, honestly, this is a very interesting game here. 0-6, half is already won. Now we're seeing more aggressive plays coming out from players like Gus, wanting to push the smoke, maybe trying to get that one, maybe even a double down, but it's going to be tough. Oh, walking through that smoke, spotted out immediately. Could have been faster about that, but just allow that barrel to show up. So, pushing now, there goes your mid control, and you still have no idea where these players could be lurked up.
And as much as you'd think the AWP would help you in this round, I feel like it ultimately gives you some struggles as Zen just delivers another headshot. Petro's got an extra, and through the smoke, Nair's got him dead. There goes your AWP. Epstein will have to 5v1 clutch. If they want the first round here, there's one. Body shots are good. 12 bullets left to go, and they just kill him through the wall. It's murder, it's beautiful, and the good guys are up 7-zip.
Wow. Up and ready to go. Honestly, this is scary. You know, this is, of course, the map pick of LFO good guys who really showcase what they can do on this map. But, like, I said it yesterday. Solved map. In the hands of LFO, the enemies are solved. There's not a whole lot of reads that they can do. They're getting wall banged. They're getting swung together. They're dying, pushing mid. There's not a lot of options here.
Can't slow down the team of good guys who are just going to run up the stairway. Epstein, his opponent, and Zeroslav is just dead before they can get a deagle shot off. Through the smoke, pulling out the knife here and escaping back to the reinforcements of the teammates. Jump shot from Gus. Finds an assist. Steve just finds him caught in the reload, and that's actually bombed down with an AK pickup. The Sellers, this is the best result so far of an early round skirmish.
Yeah, but Epstein's about to get BM'd. I knew it. I knew that these guys are not going to allow someone to have a mistake. But Steve, with that double kill, now having to hold this bomb down, knows that he's getting pushed. The smokes are a little bit too close for comfort. But look at that thing, reverse BM. You're behind me, I'm behind you, and now you're behind the scoreboard as we finally see the Sellers back on the map with Steve and a clean 4K. And of course, a very solid round from the Sellers.
I mean, Steve was kind of this underrated MVP from yesterday. A 4K here in this round brings him above that positive KD threshold, and overall just working well with the team there. Getting the bomb, getting the kill in tunnels from their teammate, and then just firing on all cylinders. You need more of that, but, I mean, if it's just clutch rounds that you're going to give away for the good guys, I think you're pretty happy about that.
Yeah, very happy about what we got going on. And oh, Zero not able to get that shot down there. Just completely taken mid, but finally Gus is going to be the guy to get the trade from Cat. And hopefully we can see him stay alive. But Petro, I believe, spotted entering the smoke. Epstein should be given that call out. But so far, the sellers are just tying this up. And they're trying their best.
Petra's got a great angle there. Headshot onto Hedge. Follows it up in jungle. Epstein's got the fuck back. It's nice little fight with that, and the LFO good guys have dropped down below -1, and honestly these rifle rounds are starting to get a little bit out of hand as they go back and forth in these early round skirmishes. It is quite interesting with the op from WNTP. 6 and 3 misses a rare shot there, and Epstein will kill you for that. Nice little double kill.
Double killing it up. 1v3. I think Zen just goes for this. He has enough money to really just push all the way through. The smoke timing. Not gonna allow him to go up, and he's gonna get shot from the left. Oh, the whiff. Now, they know exactly where he is. He's able to get one. He spots the other one to his right. Just has to keep fighting it. And he gets two! The whiff coming out from Steve allows him to completely take sight.
He doesn't have
15
time to
seconds.
rotate this. 45 HP
He's
from
trying to bait
Gus.
it. Whoa. Okay, that was kind of rough at the end there. Got the double pick down, was so confused about where the last player could be that he just did not commit the plant and kind of caught himself out with his pants down there.
That's a tough one. I mean, it's kind of a fatigue-based scenario there when you get those first two. All the pressure is on you. These first two kills are beautiful. I mean, played rig around the Rosie. I think wanted to try and rotate through spawn side, but looked at the timer and just thought, oh man, I want to rotate, and then gave up that spot. It's an early rush down mid for the sellers, who have a little bit of space here. Not anymore. Not anymore! Petro's got the double kill. Both of them die.
Wow, beautiful job there from Petro, but look at the real fight happening over on B. Steve having to anchor this down, and we've seen what he can do in apps, but this time he gets executed down. Galil out, and one player, Market, wants to try to buy some time, but Petro knows how to anchor this, trying to hold down mid as the rotate will spot out another, and it's a triple kill. All bodies on the same spot. Zero Slav, one op to save against 4, and I think they know, so they're going to try to hunt this guy down.
Tough stuff here for the sellers. They are not working with much money. They've already given up 7. This will be the 8th. With still 2 rounds left to go here in this half. The good guy's fast, quick, and in a hurry. Picks up the op and dies for it. Zeroslav takes down Petro and ends their kill streak. Now the setup here. It's a nice push. Zeroslav reloads and takes him down with a no-scope. One more. Now, Zen will shut down the racking up of bodies, but an incredible highlight reel play.
Yeah, that's actually insane. Seeing LFO good guys lose 4 players to the op save. Actually insanity. But at the end of the day, it's late in the half that these kills don't really matter anymore. Now it's you have to win rounds. You know, we're looking at a 2-8 scoreline, 2 more rounds left in the half, and yeah, we still lost that op. So yes, lots of damage, but I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit worried about what's happening next.
2 rounds left to go in the half, and Obo's already inside the site. Look at this force. The entire team is rotating over. So what? They take down Obo. Good guys get to reaggress straight towards mid, and if they want to, could just go to B for basically free. They just have to watch over that crosser. Right now, I mean, you talk about Zen and his performance, 12 and 4. Not even the Opper. Only 4 deaths, the least of the team.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys trying their best to really lock it in, but walking right into WNTP. A little bit unfortunate there. Petro wanting to just keep aggressing onto the site. MP9 versus AK. That's a fight. We all know how that ends, but let's see if we have a redo on it. See if maybe Zero is able to find this opening. Has his teammate with him, and they still have 1 flash, 1 HE against 5 flashes. Uh-oh.
It's a lot of T-sided utility here for the good guys, and honestly, for Hedge, you're probably saving this as a guarantee. He's already backing up. We'll see if Zeroslav wants to try and just fight for this exit. Nair is going to look. The barrel isn't going to stick out, but playing fast, playing for the feet, and Zeroslav will get something. Nair does die. Do they want to try it now with only a fourth of the bomb timer left to go? Headshot on the Hedge, and it looks like they know where the last one is as well. Petro finds themselves a triple kill. The good guys have 9.
Yeah, wow. All right, 2-9. Are we going to be seeing double digits, or will we finally get a 9-3 coming out here? Now, remember, the first map of Mirage yesterday in the first set came down to a 10-2.5. So, LFO good guys, we talked about their consistency, and we're seeing it all the way down to the wire here. Already down to the exact same plays. But what is this entry from Nair? Running through man, 1, and his teammate trades him out, but can we see the trades from Zero? Yes! Gets the trades down now 2-3. LFO good guys, the explosive entry ends up blowing them up, as now the bomb will go down, and WNTP finally executed. 9-3.
That is just a pixel to his left, and that's his kill, and not it, but either way, 9-3 here. The good guys start out super good in half number 1, and it's because of those early rounds. They went 7 rounds straight to start things out. The Sellers definitely fought back with some of these rifle rounds, and again, trying to slow them down through this very mid-rotation heavy. They put less resources on B, and put resource-heavy engagement in jungle so they can reinforce that A site.
Yeah. Very well played. I think the explosive launch was a little bit of BM, to be honest with you. Trying to just launch out like that, not really having any info as what he was getting himself into. And now, what a shot. Long distance headshots. Gus 3K is able to get 1, but look at these. Petro and Nair, they are gone. Obo, who's been very consistent across the map, might be able to clean up. And it's the high movement that's able to grab 1. WNTP trying to trade it, and does. Now it's a 2v2. And with the bomb planted, wait for your teammate. It's time to swing. 1 palace, 1 firebox.
It's just a 2v2, and I mean, this palace overhead is good, but you need to find coverage. And WNTP's got the headshot through scaffolding. Gus, made for their namesake, made for a 3K, and they've still got to get the defuse. Jump up, headshot is there, and WNTP finds their clutch. A quadra kill, a bomb defusal, and 2-0 on pistol rounds to start things off.
The amount of mobility and like disregard for these boxes existing is hilarious to me. Like, I don't know if you're noticing exactly how often these guys are just jumping 5 feet in the air to get high ground advantage, but it's every round they go A, and it's so beautiful. But now 10-3. Double digits on the board immediately after that pistol round means that we're going to have to see some force-ups here. And the Sellers, from previously not buying second, using that plant money, is going to try to go for these rifles in mid, and these Galils have to carry. But look at Nair. He's been the mid dominator. Can he keep it going?
Oh, trades one, gets the headshot. But Gus is still alive, and Gus has been more accurate as we've continued on, especially at that later second half of the first half, I guess you could call it. Petro's got another, though, and they are crunching into Hedge here. The ops got him, but he looks away for just a second and panics. The removal of Obo finds him. Steve gets another one. We're back into a 2v2, but they are both separated. This is isolated 1v1s. Obo's just got the rifle and puts Epstein in the dirt. For Steve, 68 HP, and realistically, the smokes and mollies have cut them off from entering anywhere.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy clutch up from Steve, especially with Zen. Oh, they don't even look. Why does Zen love doing that BM trick? Just, hey, I'm right behind you. Like, he's trying to clip farm. He's genuinely trying to clip farm for us. So thank you to Zen, but it's an 8-round deficit. And we're seeing Nair get so much value mid. Somehow, Hedge is able to get that spray down. And yeah, if LFO good guys just keeps going with this little BM play, I think it's going to get in the head of the Sellers, as this best of 5 could just as well be a first of 3.
This AWP shot there, rare miss from WNTP, and you got to give some credit there. The rush going in. Nair finds 1, finds 2, hits the reload, and escapes. No, he'll die on the end of it, but Obo This guy, Hedge is already dead. The AWP's firing, and Petro makes it quick. It's only Steve who, a little fine of the Deagle, maybe more. AWP versus Deagle duel, but they've closed in on the position and will not let you escape. Firing on all cylinders is Steve, trying to get back to the positive in the kill-death ratio. But the LFO good guys see the arm, see the round, and see themselves to map point.
Just the mobility coming out from WNTP is dramatically increasing his survivability against these 1v1s. And seeing that little hop up, getting them into a position, even if Steve wasn't pincered by 2 other players, he wasn't getting out of that alive. Even if he got the like 2 picks, he's not being able to beat WNTP. So with match point on the ballot here, I'm looking at another potential 13-3. I think that might be our final score. Looking at the buys coming out, it's going to come down to just, can we get this opening pick? And we can. Obo's gone.
That's big. That's really big. I mean, they've got the site all to themselves here on A. They can just go for that plane if they really choose. They did leave the bomb back. Steve's going to go and grab it. WNTP has a large part in this round, especially because there's literally 1 single flash left for the sellers.
Nice. Good pick up there. AK now on the ground for somewhere, and Petro able to get the little bit of re-hits here. And even with bomb down, we're seeing more and more staggers. People trying to swing, people trying to get their picks. WNTP, another quick scope, being able to now leave Steven again, the last player alive.
1v4. No good. Nair's got it again. Another triple kill. And the 13th round. The map number 1, it was LFO's pick, but boy, did they look good on it. Almost somehow better than yesterday. And yesterday, they looked insane.
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking at just the consistent mechanical skill of this team. Petro's multi-kills mid, Nair being able to take every single swing out and just execution. WNTP still opping like he does. I mean, this is consistency across the board. And unfortunately for the sellers, let's what they were really struggling with there. And I could say this with confidence, is a lot of the time that they were going into that round, or in general after they had so much space, is that they bit off more than they could chew. Steve was the last player standing because I think he was the only player playing for the objective and going for those like play for time strategies. And when your entire team's doing something different, it's going to be a bad time. But we do have our next map coming up here, Llama.
It's good. I'm really excited about map number 2, and we'll be here.
I'm just in the lab getting work done, cause the bills on the first, they still worth some. I never forget being broke, man, it hurts, son, but not as bad as not having any purpose. I took stabs, this and that, and it's working, but I still grind every day for that thirst. It's a curse being first, yeah, still gotta get my work done.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller, move forward in the battle like soldier, in the game like closer. I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motive. I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters. You could call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
Yeah, let's go. New year, new me, turn it up a new degree. I'm gonna make it to the top if it's the last thing I see. Work hard every day, work hard, then we play. I'll be doing everything in my own damn way. Ain't nobody tell me shit, I'm on top of it. Writing hits that make other people feel like writing hits. We gon' get every little goal that we wanna get. Never quit, we don't even know what it means to quit. Write it down, what you want, what you need, what you see. Everything that you wanna be. Put it out in the world, that's your destiny. In your mind, what you need is to have believe. I'm gonna make it to the top, cause I never stop. My own switch doesn't have enough. I think it's broken, I think it's lost. I guess that's why I never take a loss.
New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win.
Make a deal with yourself, you'll get after it. Find something that you love, call it passionate. Or find some passion in leaving behind adequate. Your journey starts now, time to make it happen. And you could be great, have it your way. Served up like some room service on a nice plate. The high life is only hours a day away from making a change to the life that you chase. New year, new you, new day. Go prove to yourself you could do anything you wanna do. When you set your mind to something big that you choose, break it down to the root, chip away, gotta move. Push past all your limitations. Right now consider this an invitation. Make your worth go up like inflation, and start chasing your dreams, stop waiting.
Just believe and you will succeed. Put the hours in and you're bound to win. No need, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see. Don't give up, just believe and you will succeed. Put the hours in and you're bound to win.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And welcome back to the Plausible Gaming Championship Series. We're entering map 2 now, where we're looking at a very intriguing start for LFO Good Guys, and the sellers, unfortunately, are still making a lot of the same mistakes they were making yesterday. My name is Edu, and on the mic with me is Llama. Llama, how are we feeling after game number 1?
I don't even know where map number 1 went. We've been here for 30 minutes and we're already through 1, but it's what the good guys have been doing throughout the course of this weekend. And you know what's so cool about the good guys is it's the improvement from season 9 to this season 10. The ability to just get better and better and better and improve on an already championship mentality. For this team, they are so good at just riling up, building up, and game number 2 is already ready to go. For the LFO Good Guys, another chance to pick themselves up a victory and put themselves on series point before the sellers can even blink.
Let's see what they can do. Dust 2, this is the best map we saw out of the sellers. So let's see if, unfortunately, not starting on CT side is going to change anything about the overall like gameplay that they had, because honestly, the CT side is the biggest reason why I think they really dominated here.
I think so too. I mean, it was their better side for sure. It is going to be just a flip-flop here. Trading away the spawn side dualies from Petro, find it. And that could isolate things up. It's just a fireball through the smoke here as a 1-for-nothing trade comes in. Oboe, headshot, crunching them in now. Fires long and does pick up that trade of pistols. Now it's the fire of the long range from Steve who finds the headshot. Little 3v2. Good guys down to 1, but it's WNTP who has finded clutch moments before, just 2 in front of him.
All right, bomb now planted. WNTP spots out 1. They now know. Double doors. Just has to play for someone's ego. And the hesitancy is what really could make or break this round. Inching up. Get spotted. Ah, Epstein. Trigger discipline a little bit too early for it, but luckily Gus 3K, the more consistent and on the board. And look at that. It goes in this time. Very clean, very mean, exactly the kind of gameplay you want to be seeing from these guys.
And I think it was interesting that the good guys are like, okay, let's have a party down A long and just send 4 players over there as a gamble on if they're going to come down to us. Again, if it would have worked, could be describing a completely different scenario. But right now, it's WNTP who has already bought into the SSG. Gamble that they have shields, but they have. It is for everybody, and the sellers have got full control. Long-range sprays from Petro. There's a good kill. That's going to be a weapon pickup almost guaranteed. And running backwards, the sellers don't want to die again as Steve gets a fadeaway headshot.
Ooh, good shot there. Gus able to take that out. Let's see if any of these CT players are going to be able to really lock this in. Looking at the cap push. Galil in hands of Nair. What a shot. What a save. Sniped with the MP9. Might be able to find another one, but the long push is going to be 0. Finalizing the hit on A. And now, looks like we are going to have to see WNTP scout in hand go for a pretty wild clutch yet again. But up close and personal, what are he... Oh, trying to drop his gun far away so they wouldn't be seen when he tries to go for the 5-7. Makes sense. A little bit poorly timed, though.
Yeah, and again, the good guys, although it is a couple losses there, they did pick up a lot of kills. I mean, Petro's already up to 3 kills in just 2 short rounds. And, you know, for the CT side, it is really expensive to actually get those buys in. So it is just going to be Petro with those extra kill monies to be able to buy into that M4, the silenced version. Is right down mid, Nair's just going to pop some shots to dissuade him, but Petro is the only one first and dead, and that was their rifle. That was their big piece in this round. Hedges found another, and the sellers are on pace to find third.
Very well paced, very well played. Might be consistent here. Might be able to just keep this going. Ooh. Great timing there from Zen. Now gets a rifle in hand. We do see another 1v4 though. Somehow the sellers is so very consistent in getting themselves on the board. Now it's just going to come down to saves and saves. But at the end of the day, LFO good guys, we saw them lose the first couple rounds in map 2 and then immediately return fire. So I think they just have to figure out their economy here, Llama, and then they're in a completely better spot. But it's about how much damage Zen can do in this round alone.
He's going to duck his head down. I think Hedge is onto something, and hits the long-range spray with a MAC-10 there. Beautiful little finalization of the kill. Hedge in that round alone finds all 3 of his first kills for a 3K. And really big first blood here to take down Petro. Petro has been such a gargantuan masterclass of aiming and just could not find anything early on the catwalk. I think it's like you mentioned, though, as soon as they get rifles back in hand, that's when the good guys get really dangerous.
Yeah, let's see. Rifles are now in hand, so this is the danger zone. But Zen spotting out the Molly rush, and yeah, they'll sacrifice the 50% HP for the kill. But look at these, the shots from WNTP. He's whiffing a little bit, not being able to connect those shots. He's not optimal, but is there a chance that we can see a slight turnaround from this team?
There's always a chance. I think the sellers, this was their best map going into yesterday, so starting it off like this is very, very promising, especially for how well their CT side went. That being said, the good guys, they're pretty poor. I mean, they don't have money. They're going to save whatever they have left. Petro's going to be the sacrificial lamb to see if they can find any exit frags, but I mean, at this point, the sellers are smart enough not to engage in that, and they're just going to go take some space towards spawn side. Maybe Hedge can do something here and find one of the couple members, but they'd have to run to try and find them, and maybe they will. Oboe here on the garage door peak is going to hunker down on the ramp side. Sees everybody running out of bullets here. Nair will get one. Nair will die. And Oboe's got the extra off the flash from their teammates. So 2 extra kills for the good guys, but definitely more damage than they would have liked.
Yeah, lots of damage here, and hopefully enough to really see them lock this in. 0. Oh, Zen just got completely obliterated. Beautiful crosshair placement. Exactly what you want to be looking at here. But now it's a double up on Cat. Might be able to spot out too, but the swing is going to be traded. And now, even after that first kill, it's going to be very difficult to see if they can keep moving this up with Petro. Flashing out. Going for these damage. Sprays. Finds it. There we go. 1, 2. Oh my God. Zero just no-scopes his teammate while blind. Oh no. That was from winnable to lost in a moment. And that, a shot to the back of the head of your own teammate. I don't know about you, Llama, but I think that could set you back in the mental game pretty well.
That first shot is crazy. I mean, you said it. Zen just gets completely obliterated, but yeah, it was looking so good. They go into this setup in a 3-2 advantage, and it's not only the team kill, but talk about Petro on the MP9 finds themselves multiple kills there that shuts things down, and that only upgrades the economy. This time it's going to be a change-up from the sellers. They want to go down a long. The problem is, the good guys actually have a lot of utility and a lot of players here to try and defend it. Speaking of, Obo's got the headshot through the smoke, and the extra low nade will rifle through some of the health bars.
Ooh, here we are. Already back on site. Surprised that no one's really taken out except for Obo. Tucked into tall box is going to get executed there, and now this is not going to be easy. Pushing them up. Smokes are down, but Nair does have that AK. And now that you could self-boost, this could be the way up onto site. Just got to be extra careful, but the smoke just barely fades enough for Steve to get one. WNTP up close and personal with that op. Gets another one down. Zen trades it, but Petro's gone. Can we see the quick scope coming out from WNTP? The historic flick of the wrist. And now Hedge, back sight. Gets flicked as well. Beautiful retake. Op in hand. What do you mean it's a long-range weapon? This guy's playing like it's a shotgun.
We asked at the beginning of the series which of the oppers was going to step up, and down 4-0, back-to-back rounds, WNTP finding ground to work off of a triple kill in that round alone. And we knew they were going to find some ground once they got rifles, but Obo was so critical here in this round. Even though they died to the Molly push out, they delayed for long enough to allow those reinforcements to come, and then, I mean, WNTP, that is pure and utter filth.
Pushed up now, 0. We'll get mollied off. I like the position that we see Nair in, trying to now take that space, but he's about to swing to 3 people, so being patient is what's going to get him the kills. A flash from his teammate, unfortunately, not going to be able to be enough, and there is a push back. WNTP takes a nade, and he's gone. 0 being able to punish back, and now one player in CT, Petro, able to grab one. Nades, mollies, everything that you can to push him in. The dink into the wall. Ah, beautiful spot, and now it's just time for Obo to swing around. We still have everything covered. We know that there's no one pushed up long. We know that there's a team pushed up cat. But are we getting the timing wrong here?
They don't expect this at all. Obo's got the 30 mag version of the M4, and nobody's looking the right way. Gus got the setup. Obo's got the kill. There you go. There's the trade of 2 different unmemorized positions here as Zen rotates back to the spawn side to help out. This does get really awkward. Most importantly, bomb in the hands of Heg, who does have space on the site, but now does no longer have a teammate to work with. A 2v1. Nade is good. Some damage onto Zen brings him down to 66. They're going to swing it together. Bomb plan needs to be there, and Obo's got the kill and takedown for their second of the round.
All right, LFO, good guys. Doing a very clean job here of just shutting out this team. Now, unfortunately, the spree that we saw, the damage early, that was a 3v5, and we end up losing it here. So I'm kind of scared for the sellers, as right now you're looking at a very consistent, early lead. We saw the op pick into nothing. We saw the double kill into nothing. We need to see a little bit more into something here, as Nair wants to just go for these swings, and now they are in the lead. And look at Petro. The swing out is insane.
Oh boy, that's a 3K. And unfortunately for Epstein, you've only got the pistol to work with to try and defend this. And he saw you. They know where you are. At this point, they're going to double stack it towards Catwalk and even give a little bit of information that way. WNTP is just running at him. The long-range shots don't fully kill him. Epstein turns around and dies. The good guys go flawless as Petro finds yet another 3K.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 4-4 now. This is a huge recovery coming out here from our reigning champions. And now, with Petro just keeping up with this kind of gameplay, I'm kind of worried about it. I'm worried. I'm pretty scared. I think that we're going to be looking at the consistent players, the hero plays, and now WNTP's op being back at the forefront of LFO's strategies. So, what is the answer here? Looks like the Sellers wants to start hitting up the B site.
Zen shot 20 bullets, still has 10 to go, and finds the second. A double kill. He's even got the deagle ready to fire, to burn him. It's a triple kill. They walk right into him. They will garner a little bit of site control, but already the vision is gone. Hedge needs to find it all here. With bullets on the AK ready to go, the Sellers trying to not lose 5 in a row. And the good guys have just so much utility to try and burn this out. A smoke to try and dice these two players apart in terms of their vision sight lines. That's going to block off that top entry. Hedge has got another double kill there. Burnable goes in, and they are now crunched in from every single side, but Steve does not care. Headshots aplenty. Obo's got Hedge, and Steve will have to triple if he wants it. But it's Petro who finds the third unique kill of the round, and the good guys go 5 straight.
I'm in love with the playstyle that we just witnessed from them. The first thing that I noticed about that entry was that flood smoke. Yes, it cut them in half, but it also allowed them to push in with much more space to be taken. Beautiful plays. And then also to do that off of this triple kill, very clean. So what you're looking at is LFO good guys not only have the game sense and the aim sense, but they also have the playbooks in out order, and they're just keeping it going. So now with LFO good guys on Dust 2 proving that they know how to play this map, it's going to look scary on the CT side. Case in point.
WNTP firing. Steve does take down Petro, who was playing a little balance game on the edge of Catwalk. For the good guys, lots of time they've still got to watch in this round. And, you know, you did lose Petro, who is one of your clutcher guys. First player to double-digit kills in the entire lobby. We are approaching that halfway marker where sides will swap, but the good guys have started to find a groove unlike any other, and they've got a perfect read on where this is coming from.
Yeah, an absolutely perfect read. But now... Ooh, WNCP taken out by Steve and Zero. Huge entries here. What a pixel perfect pick. And now, with the site taken, this is not going to be easy to retake. However, Obo and Zen have been online long enough to know how to clutch a 1v4. They got the money for it. 11K at Obo. They just swing on out, and the spray transfer from Obo. He gets 2. It's 0. 1 player left, having to pick up the up with 1 player long, needing to just buy time for his teammate. And there's 1. Might be able to find a second, but it's a split. Unfortunately, not a lot of time here for Zen.
Oh. And no life to work off of either. Triple kill from Zero, double kill from Steve, full house from the Sellers as they find just their first round of the last 6, but it's one that evens us back up at 5-5. The thing is, winning 5 rounds straight lines your pockets with gold. The good guys, they've got money for days.
Yeah, they've got money for a long time. Hopefully, we're going to see what this guy can do. But getting in this next round, it's going to be very interesting to see if WNTP is going to find more value with this op. Because, to be honest with you, outside of that first blood, we haven't really seen him been popping off as much. And Zero, this guy subbed in, and he has been subbing out the enemies, just taking 1 at a time. But there's Nair getting another. And Zero. This guy, this opper. I don't know why the Sellers weren't fielding this guy earlier.
Whatever it is, activated completely now. Zero's down to 20 HP, but shouldn't matter. The good guys, all that money that they had was spent buying into this round. 2 rounds in a row, they fully invested and just couldn't find a foot to stand on. Obo's going to go hunting here and try and find a kill. They will. Little headshot onto Gus. That's a big one to find here late in the round, and they're just going to set a bit of crossfire towards mid. The Sellers, they're not super rich, but they're going to send it anyways. Crossfire good from Petro, finds an extra, and the spray down of bullets leaves him with 8 in the magazine, which means you die. Obo's got them both on the finale kill. Can't get to the bomb in time, but a 3K. That'll boost your confidence by just a bit.
just a boost of confidence in a timeout called. It's the last round of the half, so the only opportunity you have left to get your team in their final round and get your first half timeout called. So it looks pretty fine to me. Now, the real question that I have is, what is the buy coming out from LFL Good Guys? I mean, yes, Hero Rifle and Oboe, but look at the rest of their team. They're looking a little bit broke, and I'm hoping that they're going to be able to get in here with some style. Now, on the opposite end of it, the sellers stopping LFO Good Guys' spree for the past 2 rounds definitely has padded some of their stats. Going into the CT side, it's very promising for their overall gameplay, but LFO Good Guys, they have Petro's MP9. This guy and his SMGs can completely make or break this last round. Even if it's not a boutique buy, you don't get the Vandal, you don't get the M4A1S, you don't get anything. All you got is an SMG, no head armor because everyone's got AKs except for Epstein. So there is a chance that we can see these guys really turning it around here.
And I'm actually quite interested to see how we go on the opposing sides, because you've talked about how the sellers and their CT side was phenomenal going into yesterday. I'd argue that the Good Guys, they get full control going into their T side because they're the ones that can shift the momentum and utilize those quick hits and fast attacks. So I think it'll be kind of a butting of heads is the word I wanted to say there, of 2 completely different styles that both worked yesterday, but only one can work in half number 2.
Yeah. Now, 5-6. I am still so concerned about not only LFO Good Guys ending this 5-7. I think that their T side might balance out their gameplay a little bit more, considering how often you see that this team is hyper aggressive. I think it can actually lend into their hands a little bit more on that T side versus CT, because we saw how the mid aggression worked for Petro. It was a real 50-50 of finding value or finding the game winning value. So now that we're still waiting for, I think, WNTP's disconnect, we are going to be hopefully seeing some interesting plays when these players eventually come back. But the real question now is looking at our future map pools here, Llama. Ancient coming up next is definitely not the seller's best bet. So I think they need this map ASAP, or else this is potentially a 3-0.
Yeah, and I think we even talk about the deeper we go in the map pool, the harder it gets for the sellers. So winning this map is probably your best chance to get one over on the Good Guys, and then you've got to find creative ways to win. Ancient is definitely Good Guys' favorite, and then you even go to the 4th map pick. You think of the sellers, it's not really even their map pick, and we're going fast. Gus has already got the kill off the flash from their teammate in Hedge. With Petro dead, by the way, the secondary kill leader from the LFO Good Guys, they're scrambling to cover this A side.
Good nade. Good spray down there. Gus 3K absolutely crushing LFO Good Guys. And now it's 1 player left on site, Nair. A solid off angle. Is he going to get spotted by Rice? Sprays through. Nair takes a little bit of damage. Gets aggro right as the smoke is about to fade. That tries backing up his teammate in time. Unfortunately, he needed to save his teammate, and then he would be able to keep having them distracted, but now he had 4 eyes on him. I get it, 5-7, it's not terrible, but as we are switching the sides, we are also seeing LFO Good Guys on a playstyle that definitely matches their main mechanical skill.
Yeah, and I mean, on the T side too, you also get some of those cheaper buys. It is really more expensive on that CT side sometimes, so if they're losing rounds and they're finding loss bonuses, it'll just aggravate them more and give them more money to work off of. So pistol rounds have been historically very good for the Good Guys. The question is, can they find another?
Here we go. Oh my god, what is this? What is this stack? 3 players long. Petro able to get... Wait, there's 3 players and they're not getting any value. Okay, 3 for 1. I'm pretty bad at math, Llama. Is that a good deal?
I wouldn't take that deal. That's a dang bad deal, and Petro finds himself a double kill. 4 different players from the Good Guys find themselves 1, and the pistol rounds, they're just all looking up Good Guys.
Yeah, it's looking good. Already we're seeing that maybe the sellers were very used to playing aggro, but think they panicked there, maybe bumped into each other, shoulder to shoulder. You're not going to have a lot of space to shoot. And now it's full blown rifles versus a save round. We have a good chance of this getting tied up, or we can start seeing some real entries. As long as getting pushed in, we are going to see Zero trying to run away. He does get dropped down to 28 HP, and the rest of the team still wanting to execute long incredibly fast. Smokes are down. Shots almost connecting, and Steve gets one down. Absolutely perfect with it. They do have the sight, and they've lost another player. CT goes down. One still in. Ninja might be able to spot him. Nope. Epstein, one taps down. These pistols are so good, Llama.
They just find those headshots out of nowhere, and they've made it into a 3v3. Bomb is down. Unfortunately, no defusal kit here, so the Sellers will have to wait for their own smoke that they dropped in defensive action to get their way on through. Nair trying to isolate this one now, seeing everybody, finds that first one off the assist, finds a double, and it's all down to Hedge with full HP here. Only the pistol to play off of. No defusal kit. That bomb already gonna set to go boom, but they're gonna try and find something here, delay, and see if they could damage him. But Obo finds their own double kill, as the good guys, they lose too, but they get themselves back to tied 7-7.
Yeah, get themselves back to being tied. It's now time to see if we're going to see a real chance at the rifle round for both of these teams. Now, remember early in our game here, how we talked about rifle versus rifle, LFO is about 80% to win it, right? Lots of gambling here. We've seen a lot of advantage in this player's hands, especially AKs. So let's see if they're going to be able to bring that same energy, and if the sellers are able to turn this around.
They need to do it right here. It all starts right here. This rifle round for them. They've got armor on everybody, but they don't have helmets on Hedge, Epstein, or Steve. And that could be a really big deal, especially talk about how good the good guys have been. There's a headshot from Nair. Speaking of which, Zeroslav is dead. Damage is already there. The nade takes out Steve as it lands right under them. They eat it whole, and the good guys have got the whole site to themselves.
Nice. Good sprays. Hedge absolutely clean with it, taking out Petro, taking out Zen. Might be able to take out a third. That's even the playing field and giving them the perfect advantage for retake. But bombs finally planted. Wanting to push on up. Spots it. WNTP. Where are we looking? He's now alone. Gets one, though. Perfect smoke. And there's the trade. A little bit questionable as to WNTP's knowledge of who can see him, but at the end of the day, 4 picks down and a bomb plant in a bonus round. I'd say LFO Good Guys is pretty happy about that.
I would be. I mean, the damage, especially on towards the Sellers, who are now just not going to be able to buy back into those full rifles themselves. It was an incredible aggression through Catwalk. I like the speed and the way they did it, but that flash just came out a moment too late, and that double kill really did seal the round before they got in the sight. With 1 player left to go, it was technically a clutch scenario, but the good guys only trailing by 1. AWP active for Zeroslav.
There we go. Push it on up. Might be able to find a opening here. Tech9's 3 AKs. Might be just what you need to get yourself through that door. But Zen's got lineups. And this smoke is actually going to be a little bit of a fake here. Try to get these guys to consider a full hit. And that anchors them down. But look at the rotate. This fake, beautifully played. Will we see Zen keeping this util up and actually play with it? Or are we going to see that rotate get red?
Well, they've used so much. I mean, you talk about WNTP, the only player left with utility. Zen, if they can get a kill here, might force that rotation. But instead, they're just going to go aggro. They want to go straight on in through the main entryway. There's 2 players here. Epstein gets the first. That flash goes out, but Gus gets yet another. It is just a bloodbath on the entryway. And WNTP only finds 1 before the rest of the team is dead in the dirt. A heck of a read, a heck of a patient round from the Sellers.
Yeah. Wow. The Sellers, very patient, very smart in the way that they're playing the CT side. And I think LFO Good Guys, they're a little bit worried now. You know, their BM tactics haven't really punched through the sellers' game plans, and now it's really coming down to giving up a lot of weapons, a full save. Is that an R8?
Mm-hmm. Nothing better than this team, I tell you. They find weapons out of their grandma's closet and bring it to this series time and time again. 90 seconds left. Nice shot there from Zeroslav. Close range don't matter. It does scramble the good guys here as they want to reaggress towards Catwalk. They've actually got a good chance to do so. Hedge is kind of the sole defender here. They're going to rotate in their player from long. Hedge has got the extra, and Zeroslav's got the double kill. The good guys are all down to one, and the revolver does nothing. Triple kill, Zero, and the sellers are up to double digits.
I'm kind of curious as to why we are using an R8, but don't worry about that. Double digits, as you said, Llama. 3 rounds down. LFO Good Guys now has a bye. One thing that we haven't seen yet is a full B split or a full B rush. And I kind of understand it. I think that they really trust that their mechanical aim can allow them to get those pixel perfect long one taps. But at the end of the day, this default that's coming out is assuming that the sellers are going to be a lot more aggro than they've ever been, considering we haven't seen them push mid very often. Great smoke, though.
They've been very concise about staying waiting. Great flash, great setup, great damage. But Nair survives. The nade will make sure he does not as Edge gets that first blood. But will lose a little bit of the skin on the feet as it burns off from the fire. Down one here for the good guys. They've got a lot of places they could still go. And some extra shots from Epstein actually through mid dissuade them from re-rotating. This is a really good defensive setup for the sellers.
Yeah, very clean and hopefully enough for these guys to really seal the deal. I'm looking at a pushback and a push up here from this team. Smokes are down. Okay. Looking all right. I think they were spotted in CT now. But what are we doing? We are trapping ourselves here as Zero is going to get a headshot down. One wall bang. Hedge up close personal. Spots out one. Nice utility. Your head's mine too. Hedge gets 2. And now it is WNTP who's been spotted in CT and trapped here. Well, Epstein probably just going to run and gun. Oh, he's executed. And there's the out from Zero. Zero, this guy, I don't know where we were seeing the sellers like put him in a closet and just say, hey, we're going to see tomorrow. Like, put this guy in yesterday. This is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if it's a name change. I don't know if we've mentioned this for the audience. Franco was their opera yesterday that we saw in all those highlights. Could be a name change, or could just be, like we said, a very deep bench for this crew and clearly having the confidence. The kills are following up. The AWP is there. And for the good guys, they are back to just Tech 9s and no bodies to work off them. Zeroslav, first kill in the round, 1 away from 20 here in map number 2. And the good guys just don't have any confidence to stand on here. They're going to find themselves through spawn. And Obo is already dead. I mean, those AKs are hitting headshots. Zeroslav's got the nade, forces out the Tech 9, and does it with the pistol. Zeroslav's got 2. And it's all down to Zen, who's just got a Tech 9 and a Dream. Don't forget about the Dream.
Oh, the Dream. I think the Dream is a meme, and I think a 12-7 scoreline's on its way here, Llama. Not to be a Debbie Downer. I think that now Zen, with all the BM he's been pulling out, is unfortunately having to pull out of Cat and into an op. So trapped. 1 pick. It's all he needs. Ooh, what a shot. Rest in peace, Zero's forehead.
Still 40 seconds to work here. Rotates back. There's the kill. There's the flawless. The Dream is dead, and the sellers are now in the nightmares. The good guys have to go perfection from here on out.
Okay, well, 5 rounds of perfection. We saw them do it at the start of some of these games, but with the buys that they're pulling out, I think it really is going to come down to the rifle round that they can now afford. And that's it. That's all. They're kind of writing it here. But remember, what do we talk about these maps for? This is the best map that we're going to be seeing from this team on paper. So, okay. That's better. That's better. Okay, Zen. All right, Petro. Getting him on. But now up close, an AK down. Having to trade him out. And there it does. One left. Gus 3K. This is what LFGO Good Guys needs, but we're isolating 1v1, so we give it to Gus. Gus now. The last player versus the last player. And Zen, we've seen that he gets a little antsy here, but he spotted and he clutches it. All right, but can he get the play for his team? Yes, just barely. I think he has enough time here. No, he misses it. So that's a little bit of money that he's not going to be able to gain.
But that clutch, I mean, it keeps you in this map. It literally puts you another foot forward here. Zero continuing to find these early first bloods, but Zen in this round goes completely nuclear. Gus from the backside, the delay on this, the patience, and the exact moment when Zen needed to get the kill, they got it. Perfection still necessary here from the Good Guys, as the sellers, they've got money spilling out of their pockets.
Yeah, lots of cash here, but let's see if they are going to be able to keep up that amount of money if we see the turnaround here. LFO Good Guys have to whittle away at the piggy bank, but the amount of loss bonus that they just removed, they have to keep this momentum going. Gotta save as many guns as possible. Beautiful pop flash for the teammate, and the swing comes out, but no one's there to trade out Zen. Mid push up. Great re-hit from Petro, but the trade from CT. Steve's able to get that one down. Smokes are on, and now LFO Good Guys down 2. Lots of HP taken out. What?
Oh. It's a crazy prediction. And Zero, if he hits the shot, I mean, the round's basically just over. Obo has to do it. 1v4 for the map on the line here. Does have a smoke on that cutter. And could engage here. Could get a chance to get that plan. If he turns around, gets that kill. Obo, there's a chance. Gus 3K sits in waiting. The rest of the players rushing. Trying to go for top here. Fakes the plant and will die for their efforts. The sellers, they've got their effort. They've got their map. And all of a sudden, the series is tied up 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 series. A lot more distance has to be covered now if you're LFO Good Guys. And now, unfortunately here, we are going to be going away from the Sellers' best map. So the Sellers also going to have to keep this momentum from their favorite map and bring it into arguably one of their worst with Ancient. So this is not going to be an easy point. However, I think they definitely have what it takes.
I think they do as well. I mean, you talk about a team that is now building momentum from this map number 2, and this was the true question we were going to ask, right? On paper, this is how the series should have started. The 2 best maps for these 2 teams, the Good Guys steamrolling in map number 1. Now the question is, the onus is on the Sellers. Can they find themselves in a map 3 victory to try and take it up? Or are they going to be trying to bounce back on a map number 4 that isn't really even their best pick? We're going to have to find out as we take a short little break here. Don't go too far. Map number 3 of the championship is right after this.
You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can
gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
You cannot stop me, I'ma make it to the top spicy. Caught a covenant, not cocky. You cannot break me, this world's mine for the taking. Got an inch, man, I'm making. Oh, I'll keep my head down and grind and be patient. I'll take a stab at the top and the sailing. They can all try, but you cannot contain it. Cause I see the things that I want and I take on my goal. Push myself to the brink, no limit. Do what it takes to be free, committed. I'm a little obsessed with things, I'll admit it. But that's what it takes to get a freedom ticket. Got a killer instinct and it's just the beginning. Breaking down walls and the hurt start thinning. And the more you push it, the fast start trimming. Till you're the only one standing up straight, winning all.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
You just gotta wanna keep chasing, put you everything you're facing. Keep up with the pace and adrenaline rush starts racing. Get through all the things you hate in. Don't let the others in charge of your dreams. They just don't know what it takes to be seen. You see the ship take control of your team, and if you're alone, then a one-man army. Oh, so you better be starving, and you better be carving. Through the hate, keep marching, and every day keep charging ahead till you get what you want, what you dream. Regret is a thing of the past, and you'll see that you've always had it inside. Is the key to make the most of this life for me.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world.
And welcome back, everybody, to PGCS, as we are looking at a potential 5-map game here with a great turnaround from our wonderful second semifinalist, and now our reigning champions of LFO Good Game, looking a little bit spooked here. My name is Edu, still joined by Llama. Llama, our next map of Ancient really is going to change things up a bit. So where do you think that this is going to be changing the main play style of both of these teams?
I think it's just, first and foremost, a different map than what we've seen from the first two. This one has a lot of long angles through mid, and mid is such a highway that, similar to Dust 2, if you unlock, it can give you access to either of those sites, but it has a lot more protection, where it's not like you're going to get ops straight up through mid. The forcing errors, though, can happen, where you talk about a team like Good Guys, you've got all this space for aggression. You've got all this opportunity to go fast and go towards your playstyle that has worked, and this has been one of their best maps. You go back to yesterday, they picked it, they won it, and they looked good while doing it. So if they can win here, we said it, map number 4 is not an easy one for the Sellers either, so you have to be able to battle back as the Sellers right here. You won that map number 2, great. So what? Now you're even in the series. The winner of this one gets onto series point first.
Yeah. Series point, definitely the main advantage that they're going to be fighting for right now. And this is a map that is LFO Good Guys pick. So their constant aggression towards mid in Dust 2 can kind of mirror their constant aggression towards mid in Ancient. The only difference is that it works a little bit better. So let's get in the game. Let's find out if this is going to be good enough for these players to really showcase what they can do on a map that I think both of them need a little practice on.
For the Good Guys too, it'll be interesting to see. They start on the T side. The Sellers, they pick CT. They're going to have to play a really, really good defense here, and it's already on ramp. We're going to have some duels. Little good shots from WNTP. First blood to match. There's a double kill. How about 3? all of them just died, and the pistol in the plant is already down. The Sellers, do they have any sort of recourse here? Sure, they've got the USPs, but for Steve and Gus, they've been big. Steve finds a headshot. There's another big one from WNTP. Is it the ace? The teammates allow it. It's all 5 to start for the good guys.
Wow, very clean, very well played from the good guys. Already starting off pretty much where we anticipated their start were to be on the last map there. So I'm not too upset about the way that these guys are playing. I think they're very consistent so far, and we might be able to see them do it again. But as we are getting into the second round, are we going to be seeing the force, or are we going to be seeing the save? And it looks like we are seeing the force up from the CTs, and this could be the thing that can stop LFOs in their tracks. If we can end that momentum early, we're going to be looking good.
Especially that momentum, it's so killer. Their ability to get those better buys in the T side too, because it's cheaper. Nice shots long range. WNTP has ended off their kill streak. And it's a first blood to Ziroslav, who was the unregulated MVP of that map number 2. Back through Donut. Good shots from Hedge, and all of a sudden that's a rifle donated over. Sure, the good guys have the sight, but they have lost everything. Oboe and Zen have got to clutch.
They've gotta, and they can. All we have to see them do is lurk around. Oboe looking for one pick, spots out one. Will be getting pushed up close, and he's executed there. What a round! A good turnaround, a good force up, a gamble that is going to find its mark and hit that mark it needs to, because right now the Sellers are the rookies coming in, and I think that they really got to prove themselves here, but so far they've been executing it thanks to Zero.
I mean, again, talk about where did they find this guy, and why was he on the bench for that yesterday series? An incredible performance so far. It's going to be just a weird buy all through and throughout. Lots of deaths on both sides. Oboe wants to take control of Cave. They won't get it as Zero's got the AK shot straight to the body. First blood to the Sellers. They've got some smokes to guard off their mid-entryway, but Nair could change a lot with this kill and does get the headshot. Zero's already doubled up though, so lots lost here for the good guys. They need to find the space as WNTP does exactly that. 2 for 2, 3 for 2. Double kill from WNTP. The Sellers now have to split up, and on the run is Zeroslav, who's now trapped in the cave.
Yeah, trapped, kind of scared back a little bit here, but I think there is a chance for Steve to clutch this, considering Nair's one hit with WNTP's half HP. It's definitely winnable, but at the end of the day, he's also calculating his money. He does not have a lot to go into this round, so relying solely on exit frags, he might be able to find the true value here.
And I mean, you look at the inventory as well. I mean, armor, helmet, and 3 pieces of utility along with that semi-rifle. It's well worth saving, I think, and especially going into next round, you need something that is going to try and exert pressure on the good guys. Once again, you talked about their T side and their ability to use speed. Boy, they look so fast here in this map number 3 and completely changed over from what was a little bit slower T side in that map number 2.
Yeah, a little bit of a slowdown, but at the end of the day, I think they're still finding a decent chunk of value from these teams. So the real question now is, will we be looking at a potential, upset for LFO, or will their consistent aim start to be back on the forefront? Because as we can see, their crosshair placement, their trigger discipline is what gives them the edge. But once we see these players like Zero being able to, swing them a little bit more aggressively, it does slow them down quite a bit.
Slowed down here through mid as a couple mollies and a smoke deny out the entry from the good guys. They've got a little bit better weaponry, but Zeroslav does have that AWP. Helper down to 36. They want to send him. Molly push out. That's a great takedown of Gus. Hedge has got the trade on a headshot, but they're going to send him immediately and get that kill back. +1 to the good guys, and Epstein has a good angle on this one. Close range on the bullets. Does the damage to themselves as well, though. Down to 10 HP, a single bullet will do them in. And their position is critical. If they die, the cornerstone of this defense, and an aid straight to the dome will send them straight on home.
Alrighty. Now, 2 players left, ain't going home yet. They want to find just one more opening. And of course, LFO good guys now retreating the space they've taken because they've gotten the life advantage. Needs to start consolidating their forces and get ready to push onto this site. And Donut is going to get aggressive, but can they get timing by Petro? Of course, 3 players now rushing in. Nur's going to go first. And Obo gets the trade, leaving 0 up in hand, 36 HP, 1v3. I think we know what's going to happen next.
A little bit of a save action. I mean, again, has so much to play for here with this AWP. 6-2. Definitely wants to save it over for the changeover in round number 5. For the good guys, though, it's going to put them up 3-1 to start. The money isn't phenomenal, so they will have to watch here with some of these AKs they're saving over. WNTP having a heck of a map number 3 already, 7-2. Even though they died in this round, of course, started with that big ace 5-piece and now is in a position to help carry the team even further. Again, the series tied up 1-1, but whoever wins this one will get 2 maps to try and close it out.
All right, LFO good guys. Taking this round, having the money again, very similar to map 1. So their map pick, they're finding a little bit more consistency. Their playbook that they get a read from, I think, is definitely leading into a lot more aggressive plays. And that aggression is getting very much rewarded, is the best way I'd say it. But now getting into this next round, look at the split we got going on. 3 over towards the site with only 1 person. If this gets red, that's a free site in a very difficult retake, unless 0 can pop off with the op. What?
Hedge is a monster, and has been surprisingly monstrous throughout the day today, with a deagle on isolated pixel peaks. Now, he won't be able to go pick up that rifle, but little does it matter. The jump setup on top of each other won't land the AWP shot to first. For Gus, it's the cave control. Gus has also been so dastardly with his single tap master shot. Flash goes in, Burn is there, his feet are falling apart, still finds one, even though they use all of the utility in the world. Do they check left? Yes, they do. They've got the kill from Obo. And now they're just trying to cover Cube. This is a surprising thing.
Yeah, very surprising, and lots of damage dealt, but they haven't been able to get any of those rifles that they've picked up. And oh, the molly just barely doesn't hit the ground. That's a big piece of util that they are trusting. Now gone, but 0 inching on it. Spots the shorter. Oh, what a shot on WNTP. They're just going to keep moving this forward, and that's the kind of play style that they need to be consistent here.
Consistency is everything, but a 1v1 is nothing. Zeroslav, no kit, just has to go for the defuse now, and we'll be able to find the timing. So both players will run and survive. Zero has to get away from this bomb explosion. The good guys find their 4th, and Zeroslav cannot get away in time. The unfortunate thing was the player they AWP'd there, the first kill of that 3v3 skirmish, was the lowest HP bar player. So unfortunately, just the bonus HP worked out. This was an eco, so still 4 kills and going down to a 1v1. Awesome stuff. But the good guys, they get their round. That's most important.
Yeah, they get a very large lead here now, and I'm thinking they're going to want to be a little bit more consistent into a few rounds, because yes, we shut them down with the money, but now 0 doesn't have the op. So Gus has to get aggro here, and with a teammate, they are able to split this push in half. So lots of noise still being made on the opposite end of the map, and we're seeing some rotates. Steve has to double down, but Nair is good for 1. Epstein backing him up from the CT location. Beautifully played, but is it going to be enough here? And Llama, this is looking a little rough.
Good guys are down to make that 1 player after Petro dies to Hedge's shots. 4 different players finding kills already, looking for the team ace here. If Zeroslav can get the final one. Zen has been known to put in some bullets before, but so far on this map, only 1 and 2. There's the find, there's the kill, and it is the team ace. Everybody gets a kill.
Not too shabby here. Team ace here to lock them in. I love the way that they've taken that mid-aggressive spot. I'm hoping that they can do it a little bit faster, and hopefully that the Sellers are able to do it without nearly as much damage taken. I really want to be looking at WNTP, though. This guy has been one of the best oppers we've seen, and Zeroslav's been ratioing him with that one. I need to see a lot more value from them, because right now, Sellers aggroed up, but the double boost spot, they're going to be good for one. WNTP getting that opening that we need. This is what LFO has to do.
I mean, the sight is theirs. Petro just kills a man through the smoke, and Zeroslav is dead. I mean, this round is completely turned on its head, and because they have Nair rotating all the way through the spawn side, I don't even know that Hedge is going to have feet to stand on here outside the cave. Nair, caught with utility, will face a few bullets. Still survives with 12 HP. The problem is for the Sellers, I mean, their money is really abysmal, and they're already in a position to set up and save. They do have defusal kits, but they decide against it. And for the good guys, this round is only positives. Not only do they take it by force, but all of their eco weapons were upgraded for absolutely free.
All right. What a round. Only losing one player, not getting aggro, not really losing any more. Not a bad round from them. But the real question that comes down to it is going to be, can we get an op back in the hands of Zero? This is their win condition. And that win condition, I think, unfortunately, is a little bit expensive. So if they are managing to maybe just take out WNTP mid-round and that op moves over, definitely winnable.
That's why they're playing a little bit aggro. They want to gain some space towards mid. WNTP blinded, and Nair's got the shot through the smoke. It's a domer. Petro's got the extra. It's 3 straight kills for the good guys. They've got full and utter control of this map, and their mechanical skills just continue to be unmatched. Steve does have control of Donut, but at the moment, filled with calories, trying to push their way forward. This is just covered by patience. The good guys, they aggressed, they waited, and they pass his ships in the night.
Alrighty. Moving on up. One still on site. And he's executed. Obo getting a nice clean pick. Steve needing to now rotate. Opts to save instead. Has defuse kit, has full armor, has a gun, has full util. There's no reason he needs to go into a 1v5. But that is going to be a 4-round lead for LFO good guys. And hopefully Steve can walk into the next round with this full kit in hand. But Nair's hungry. I don't know what. It feels like he's sniffing out the trail of Steve following the exact movements he did. And now that they know exactly where he is, Nair is going to get a little hungrier.
They'll get the shot on a headshot. Nair finds his double kill. It's 1 kill away from the team ace, but more importantly, what's so sad about that is the damage that the Sellers were able to do. Watch the health bars here at the bottom right of the screen. Nair gets damaged almost immediately. He gets dropped down to 5 HP. Petro survives with 13 HP, and Obo survives with 75. Sure, they lose Petro at the end, but that could have been a much different story had the Sellers landed 1 or 2 more shots, 1 or 2 more pieces of utility. But that's what it's been. The good guys have just been marginally better, and those marginal errors have forced them over a cliff. The Sellers are now down 4.
Yeah, down a lot and ready to rock. It's now 2-6, and I gotta see this timeout being called here by LFO might be just enough to keep this momentum on for them. Steve not able to save. I don't know. We're looking at a really rough start. I thought that when we saw the 2-4, that this was definitely going to be a little bit of a transition into the hands of the Sellers. Not so much, but I am also looking at some very early smokes, and it looks like the CTs are incredibly late with their main stack. No one mid, kind of bum rushing it, trying to gamble stack here, and they find no value. So the retake, pistol only, they know, oh, we've given too much space. We have to spend as much time as possible getting it back.
They're going to have to touch themselves on in. They've got one single smoke to work with. WNTP has got that AWP. And for Zen, who's having actually a surprisingly bad game, they've only got the MAC 10, but still lots of nades to work with if they want to try and crunch this. A lot does come, though, on WNTP, who lands the strike. A dud goes out from there as it's a takedown the other way. It's just 1 kill for the Sellers as WNTP finds 3. The full house is just so juicy.
Very clean. Honestly, that's the kind of op that I've been wanting to see. We didn't get to see it. We didn't get to see it at all yesterday. Or not yesterday, last round. Yesterday we saw it a lot, but last map, I think we just were lacking in the WNTP department. But now, smokes are down. We're not going to see the Hail Mary Gamba stack. It's going to be all about taking mid. And yeah, Zen, run and gun with the MAC-10. Works out very well. Beautiful flash from W.
He'll find the second. Why not? Get the headshot. He'll die for it. Zen, by the way, hasn't bought a gun in 2 rounds. Stuck with that MAC-10, $7,000 in the inventory, but Obo's got another headshot in the arsenal. They've got to know one more is here. Smoke is out. Epstein does get a shot on Obo, and this becomes a 1v2. So behind the back shot from WNTP, puts a bullet in, and Epstein once again, $350, challenging it up, and WNTP doesn't miss those. A double kill. The good guys are on a run.
Yeah, actually crazy play here from WNTP. Very solid, and will be able to consistent gameplay, consistent across the board. But I'm also looking at just the main strategy coming out from the sellers has been relying heavy on 1 or 2 people carrying the space that usually gets rushed by 2 to 3. So they're giving a lot of ones, and it's allowing for some pretty easy trade-ups. Case in point, free sight here. Now Zero has to be on point, has to just keep spraying, and oh my god, the on-the-ground reload. Beautiful play.
Finds a little 3K there, but unfortunately that Molly and Smoke just cut off reinforcements from helping out. This is a 3v2. WNTP, close range, doesn't die, survives at 33 HP, and now has the angle covered. He's going to rotate around the cube while his teammate dies. It is all down to a 2-on-1. They're going to try and rush him. They've got AK and MP9 here to do a good bit of damage, but with that Molly, they are just going for the defusal. It should go out here. The good guys do lose their 3rd round, and WNTP wants even more. We'll see if they send for it. Final shot is the fake. Had bullets to go for, but dang, what a good little 3K.
Yeah, honestly, very clean 3K here. Now, welcome to the 3 and 8. Remember, first map, it was 9-3 scoreline at the half, turned into 10-3 for this favor of LFO. We're in a very similar position here, and I would argue that this is a CT-sided map. So let's see what the main strategy is for this, as they're now pushing on up. Zero wanting to break through.
I like the patience here from good guys. They're not too hurried on trying to get into the site. They just decide, we'll let you come to us. They know that the sellers, they didn't have the most money, and realistically, they've used every single bit of their utility except for what is on Steve. And Steve is one of the outbound-facing players, albeit on the other side, so the good guys have everything going in their favor. The double stack in the cave is cut down by 1, and Obo's already got that headshot to make it happen. The good guys entering fast. Obo's down to 32, and he'll find extra damage, but no kill. Hedge finds another, and all of a sudden, this site defense becomes more realistic. Zen swinging, going, and killing. One more on the side, and they are injured beyond remains. Zen's found the double, and the site is theirs. But is it? The sellers are here.
Here we are. Going for the spray. Not quite there yet. Great swing from Zen. Steve, last player alive. I gotta say that a lot, don't I? Can he actually clutch it this time? The answer is no. Whoa, just a bink right off the forehead. Beautiful play. So let's see what is the next strategy here, as 9-3 is, a place we've been before, and it didn't look so hot last time.
No, it did not, and I think for the sellers, they're going to have to come out quick, especially as you mentioned in a map that definitely feels more CT-sided. I want to point out, though, how well that last couple rounds went for Zen especially. This guy was 1-5. Sure, a quadra kill definitely helps out your kill death, but moving up to now 8-5, finding their space, the sellers are going to try and rush this one, and WNTP will have a lot on their plate. Just a USP. There's a dink. Headshot for the first. It's the first blood of the second half. Will they find more? They head into the Coliseum. With some shots there, they'll find the second. The bomb is down, but the sellers don't have players.
Pushing back now. Want to just find that opening pick. Giving up full control over site. And they just go through the spam. That's going to get him to Hedge. Last player alive, but... Okay. Diffused and taken. I gotta say, I'm very confused as to why the main strategy for... It looks like the Sellers, every single time they're on T side, is they only play post-plant inside of Donut. And it just really kind of confuses me because without a crossfire, one smoke and there goes the round. I mean, it's pistol. It's okay to lose people there.
Yeah, they just didn't have the ping, I don't think, either. Sometimes when it gets just a pixel or two out of your sight line and goes out away. Good guys, though, their pistol round win rate still at 100% here through, now what is it, 3 maps. Incredible stuff so far. And, you know, now they've got weapon upgrades. It feels so tough for the Sellers to actually engage on this. Sure, Hedge, Gus, they're going to force up because they know if they don't win this round or the rounds to follow, they are in very, very deep trouble.
Ooh, good shots. Might be able to find that opening pickup here. The T side definitely needs it, but Steve giving away that he's inside that smoke. We are seeing the rush coming up, and Nair able to grab Epstein without taking a lick of damage here. Just kidding. He's at 17 HP. Smoke's going to cut him off. And look at the aggressive play coming out from Zen. Will allow Obo get one, but so far, it seems very disjointed here, Llama.
I mean, the problem is they used all this smoke utility to take cave, but that gives you nothing. I mean, Nair is still in such a good spot. They just break them down. Zen's got the kills. Petro dies for their losses, but the wrap is already coming around. WNTP, how quick can they get there? 4v2 flashed out. They just want to get the bomb down at the very least. Hedge will take an extra kill. That's a shot on Nair. The health bars are relatively good. They've now got positioning through cave. No chance to back off. As soon as these smokes expire, Hedge has got another double kill taken down by Obo. And we're in a 1v1. The cave swing out from WNTP. 18-5 through the course of 13 rounds. But no defusal kit. Mac 10 at a low range goes no good. And the good guys find their footing.
Yeah, the good guys definitely being the main characters right now. 11-3 with the defuse coming out from WNTP. I asked him to really start carrying a little bit more. Man is 19-5, carrying his team 5 more kills. Obo has to ace if he wants to catch up. So this is the player that I've been looking forward to seeing really start to pop off. But I look over on the other side, the consistency across the board, we kind of called him out. Epstein and Gus were the insanest fraggers. They were so consistent in getting these picks early. And now they're sitting 3-12. It just feels like somebody hasn't turned their monitor on today.
Unfortunately, they've got no real time to do so. They're going to upgrade to the rifles. Petro's got the straight-up shotgun of the dome for 2. Gus does find at least a double kill back. Finds nothing more. Nair's got the headshot. Plant goes down. Hedge is blind and still finds one. Happy to do so. Plant is down. That does also mean that WNTP's defusal kit is going to go huge here, if they even have it. It's got to be a 2v1 here. WNTP has clutched before. They know the position. Surely you can clutch this one out. Just cut him out of this cube and make sure you find those different angles. They could just play this slow. The Sellers, though, every body they lose will snowball into the next round. The cost of this one is definitely expensive, but WNTP also realizes he is rather poor, so gets out of dodge.
Wow, absolutely insane round from these players. Being able to launch onto the site, it seems like the definition of insanity, though, because I'm looking at what the main strategy of this Polish team, the Sellers, is, and it's let's run at let's run at B over and over and over again until it works. And you know, we've played Far Cry, we know what that means. It seems interesting that it finally got them on the board, but now LFO Good Guys has a lot to anticipate here. So will we see the Sellers split it up and change it up? And the answer is yes. They're actually going for more of a mid-centric play, which is going to be answered by a mid-centric play.
Good guys have so much space to play for here. The question is the kills. WNTP Obo connect for 2, and already that could be an upgrade for Obo on the weaponry. Right now, the Sellers need to be cautious. If they lose this round, they might just lose this map. The money is really, really bad. And the tough part is they've given upgrades already, and they've given so much information away. The utility, though, is still there. That's the one thing the sellers do have. The question is, this ramp 3 stack gets all of them. A headshot with the pistol. They should upgrade, but decide against it because they want to defend on Cave.
Here we are. 1 and a 5. It's time for them to really start launching. Hedge getting one. And look at the running gun from Zen. Finds himself only one player left to stop match point advantage from being earned. It is Obo on the flank. 11 HP. Sorry. It's all up and it's all over. It's down to LFO good guys, who now needs 1 round. Well, the other guys need 9.
And unfortunately, I mean, they're not even playing to win in regulation anymore. They're playing for overtime at this point. The good guys, it's just clean. I mean, you talk about the confidence from Zen there with a literal pistol in his hands, gets a double kill. And now, as we said, the money is just terrible here. It's some glass cannon builds, it's some looks with the rifles, and it's actually a free A site.
There we are. Free A site, and WNTP says, nah, 1 tap for them. Now, we are going to be seeing more of the retake-centric playstyle. 2 players inside a donut want to start to swing on out, but the spray, it's here, and what a shot! Obo just goes wild, and unfortunately, Hedge punishes from it, but WNTP able to grab 1. Zen getting the trade-off. Now they're holding the W key as Steve has to 180, but unfortunately, there's too many bullets in too many directions, and everyone's dead, which means the game has been won. And LFO Good Guys has managed to take map number 3, 13-4.
Very, very similar fashion to map number 1. I mean, just a steamroll. As soon as they got going, as soon as they got weapons, we were a little bit concerned again at the start where they won pistol. They stumbled a little bit, but then they immediately brought it straight back. So the good guys, the defending champions from Season 9, now are up 2-1, and they have got a chance to bring it to a map number 4, which Edu, they looked so good on yesterday.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy map for the sellers to be able to turn it around. And hopefully we're going to be able to see them really start to lock this in, as so far I'm looking at a real back and forth in maps, but not in specific round to round. And I think we need to start seeing a little bit more of that, Llama.
I'm really excited to see what they do. I'm really excited to see, too, how they adapt going into their map pick in map number 4. The good news is the good guys, they've got 2 chances to try and close it out. And the good news for us is we get even more Counter-Strike. Before we head to it, we've got to head to a short break. So don't go too far. Map number 4 is right after this.
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt about anything, everything, not a thing. Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing. Yeah.
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Purpose is better than any drug you could ever think. If you know why you're doing something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
Realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
And welcome back, everybody, to the PGCS. My name is Edu, and I'm still joining the mic with my GOAT, Llama77, as we are going to be looking at a potential map for finish or a chance for the sellers to bring it back. Llama, let's talk about it. What's the map here? What are we going to be getting ourselves into?
So we're moving over to Anubis, which, if you've been living under a rock or you just didn't check the patch notes for the most recent Counter-Strike update, it's got a brand new look to it. It's got a brand new hole through the bridge that really gives the CTs more pressure on some of those mid to side lanes, and especially through the waterways. And, you know, you go back to yesterday for the good guys, it was one of their best maps because of that, because of how aggressive they could get, because of the different facilities they were able to build up across of it. And I think this is going to be a really tough map for the sellers to get their hooks in. Even though they did pick it, there was only 2 maps left to go. So it's either pick this or pick Overpass, which theoretically both of them are not going to go in your favor.
Yeah, it was all about the map order here. You only get 2 bans in a best of 5, so seeing them being able to lock this in it definitely shows that they were confident based on how they played last semifinal. And I gotta say, though, I kind of understand it. Heeg on this map was a demon with the deagle, just swinging out, getting these crazy one-taps. And I think knowing your angles that well is all you need to do to try to beat this team, especially how they play. So let's get into the game. Let's see how they play. Let's find out if those angles are going to be matched with Heeg's gameplay.
And let's find out if the good guys can end it. Already the defending champions trying to defend themselves again. We'll see what Steve can do here in the long side lurk from the bridge. Again, the seller starting on the CT side. They need to get at least 8 rounds, I would have to say, if they want to give themselves a fighting chance. Steve under a lot of pressure, does have the crossfire here to work off of, and it's headshots for 1, but it's a double kill back the other way. Zen and WNTP have found their men, and they've got control of their opponent's spawn side. We play completely flipped in the sides here.
Yeah, completely flipped it around, and now Heeg Been gassing this guy up on this map. Let's see what he can do. Bomb is going to be committed on site. Anchoring it close. We're going to look at Zen, getting a little aggro to try to get some info, and he is goner. One down. Gus 3K wanting to now try to pick up where his teammate, unfortunately, spilled all over the place. And Gus is able to get 1-0, gets another. Now it's all about the plant, but look at that foot being out. Ooh. Gus 3K cleaning it up beautifully.
True to his name. I mean, how many times has this guy gotten 3Ks over the course of the weekend? And finally, the Sailors get something going for them in terms of the pistol round. Their first pistol round victory. 7 pistol rounds, by the way, we've had. This is their first one they've taken in now 4 maps.
Wow. Actually kind of insane with it. But with the pistol round going back into their hands, this is the momentum that has really built them up. But LFO Good Guys allows for pistol rounds to then remove people from existence. And when there's $500 on the line here in Season 10, Season 11 doubling that, it's now time for LFO to want to continue their spree. They want this cash, and they want to try to make some cash this round. SMGs, Tech 9s, and Vandal and AKs, they have the chance to really make it work.
I like that the Good Guys are playing this a little bit slower, though. They do have a little bit of utility to work with, and especially because they got that bomb plant, they've got money to play with. And smoke is going to bounce off the doorway and land down low. The extra nade will collide, and pushing back Yaroslav. They have a lot of choice on where to go. Extra shots over top. 2 are here. 0 gets the first. Naira's dead, but Obo's got that immediate trade. And it's a takedown all across the board from Gus 3K. Has to switch to the pistol and dies for their efforts. But look at Zen. Just chilling in mid, waiting for this position to expire, and gets the kill, makes it into a 2v2.
2v2, but now they know exactly where Zen is. And then one nade is going to be taken out WNTP. Just kidding. He survives being up close and personal and is allowed to get one. And the running gun from Heeg. Actually beautiful. And that's why we appreciate the MP9. An unfortunate round for LFO Good Guys. However, they went in, they bought up, they got the plant down, they got 4 kills. I think that was pretty worth it for him, to be honest with you, Llama.
Yeah, and especially for a confidence factor. I like that the Good Guys are already planting these seeds of doubt of saying, we're going to leave these kind of members that are laying minefields all across these post-plant scenarios. You never know where we're going to be hitting from. Gus 3K really did save this round. Got those early kills. The spray at the end could have been a vastly different story. Instead, the Sellers, they're up. But again, you mentioned that money. It's still pretty good from the Good Guys.
Yeah, very good for the Good Guys. And now let's see if they can keep it up, as some rifles are here. 3 Galils, you know, not a boutique weapon, but to be honest with you, CS2 Galil is a different beast than it ever has been before. With now a little bit of a push up coming up from L. And let's see if they can actually get one up or down. So far, this default hasn't really led to much value outside of a lot of their smokes getting burned. Look at how much util they have to take sites. No more flashbangs here.
Yeah, and that single nade may not do much. Everybody else has got armor. The Sellers, though, they do only have 2 players here, so a lot of this falls on Hedge and whether or not they can find this E-box kills. Ooh. Big nade. That one's going to hurt everybody. Petro's burning down. It's a good 1 for 2. It's a setup from there, though, and they've got the takedown. Steve, how many are you getting? It's 1. Reload, no. 7 bullets and sprays it out. So reinforcements are coming, and there's no plant yet to be seen. The health bars are abysmal for Nair. The Sellers, okay.
What?
Okay. That's the most insane shot we've seen the entirety of today. And Zen is put into a 1v3. Has to still get the bomb down. Has to find this timing. And is just being run out of the site.
Oh, God. Has the bomb now. Dinks 1. Takes a little bit of damage. Knows he's getting pushed upon, but the pre-fire doesn't work. And Steve able to anchor down for his team to rotate. Somehow, what is that shot? Can we get a POV of that on the op pick? What a pick up there. Actually so clean with it. So let's take a look at some of these replays, as when it came down to it, the Good Guys had a lot of in, but they just didn't have the flashes to stop these guys from spraying them down. A little bit disappointing there, but overall, no bomb plant. No full buy. Tech 9 rush, which I actually talked about yesterday that I wish to see more from LFO Good Guys.
I mean, they were so good with these eco weapons, and it feels like it helps breed their aggression even further. You do wonder, though, where they're going to go with, again, no utility to work off of, just a single molly to play from. A double bubble smoke guards off the entrance to the site. Hedge and Epstein kind of both watching over this one. They've even got their Opper now in Zero Slav to help out as well. Shot connects in the air. Nair's got one. Nair's got two. They're running him over. The Tech-9 succeeds, and they're up 4-2 in player count.
There we go. Steve. Needing to go for the retake. Has an op. Peeking him. Those do a lot of damage. Oboe 10. WNTP half HP. Nair 10. And now, this is a round where rifles can be found, and that is a big movement for LFO. Good guys and others. This is their map pick, and it looks like they definitely have been doing a lot better on this map than yesterday. But now that LFO is on the map, this change thing.
And I think the tougher thing is also, guys, for the sellers, this twofold loss round. Not only do you, A, lose the round, one goes on the board for the good guys, B, you lost it to an eco. So WNTP doesn't have to pay for their op because they pick it up from their opponents. They get 2 picked up rifles, and that helps their economy immediately reset. Even if they lose this round, they'll have money to rebuy into those rifles. And for the sellers, like we said, 8 is a minimum of the number of rounds you have to get on the CT side. If you let the good guys get going, this could be your series over.
Yeah, this could definitely be everything that it needs to be here for LFO. But what? No way! WNTP sacrifices Nair's life for the trade. Not ideal, but they're on the board now. And Steve looking to see if they can go for a little bit of a flank here. WNTP needs to keep it going, and boom, there goes Zen grabbing Epstein with a very short but sweet one tap, and there goes Steve in the lurk, and MP9 reset, able to grab Petro, and there's Zen getting one, but they should know that they are getting flanked by Hedge.
WNTP is down to 8 HP here. The one problem is they only have a smoke, and WNTP kills them anyways. A double kill for the good guy, Opper, and they've got 2 in a row. I really like the rotation on that round. They split up their members, one going straight to the site, and one re-rotating to get more kills. Yes, WNTP did get the collateral. We'll call it a triple kill for him, but maybe killing your teammate might not be the best.
A trade is a trade. A trade is a trade, and apparently a win is a win as they took that round. Getting into this next one, though, we finally are seeing that the sellers have run out of things to purchase. So hopefully we're going to be seeing them fixing their economy shortly here as Petro is looking for another opening pick, and slow, methodical way that they clear everything. Gets him one, Nair gets another.
As much as that new bridge opening helps out the CT, if you get space on the bridge, gives you more space on the T side. Steve has been crazy with the deagle kind of all day long, and they continue to be good. Oboe, though, finds another for the team. 3 different players have kills on the good guy's side. Epstein is going to look long here and deliver again. What is going on? What is in the water for this Polish team? Is they're going to try and assault the site with Epstein's now picked up AK.
Yeah, huge. Exactly the kind of pickup that you need and the damage you have to deal on this eco. Now, you do have the option to save, but since they did do a light buy, they're going to be able to buy next round anyway, so I see them wanting to commit here. So what is the strat? How are they going to approach this? Wait for your flank from Steve? And if they wait for that, no. Steve wants to keep a gun, grabs it, but there's no time to hit the site. Unless Epstein just runs on, no smoke. No time. Exit for X though? Maybe?
Three, 3. All tied up. WNTP also, I think, critical saves that AWP towards the end of the round. And this one got a little bit dicey for an eco round. The good guys started out really well, but those mid-range shots from Epstein. Long range delivers, finds a double kill to tack on even more. And as you mentioned, the upgrade into weapons here for this round number 7. The sellers still investing a lot. Zeroslav, no armor, no helmet, glass cannon.
Yeah, very clean rounds. We're going to see if they can be a little consistent with the spray. Nice. Open up. Zero op in hand. What a shot. The run-in pseudo gun will maybe get another one with Hage getting WNTP. This hold, it's been perfect. But can they be consistent to keep it going? Zerosoft finally building up enough money to buy this up could be the main factor. The contingency plan to take this game back.
Petro is the one here with the bomb. So still kind of chilling over towards mid. They've got a lot of decisions to make. And Obo, realistically, stranded away from the rest of the team. Throwing out the utility to try and guard it away. Obo's got the kill! The over-aggression from Zero, and now Petro's going to come in for the pincer. The timing on this is perfection from Petro. They find the headshot. Plan should be theirs. Can Epstein do anything about it? Yes, they can. It's a headshot. A 2v2 here on the post-plan scenario. It's all about fundamentals here. Who's got the better looks? Epstein already on a single kill, but they'll die to Petro's shots. Their double kill, make it 3. Full house, good guys. 4 rounds in a row.
Nice. Very clean here. And now, what I'm looking at is the 4 rounds in a row, leaving the CTs broke. They do have the loss bonus, but that's really all that they have going for them right now. Zero not being able to pick up an op again means that contingency plan is back on the ground. And LFO good guys, they just need to farm up. If they get to 5 digits on the board with how much cash they are flowing, we are going to be seeing a very hefty lead in the first half.
For the good guys, I mean, they're on the T side. They've already got 4. They're playing with house money, and Nair is playing with fire. A headshot onto Epstein, who is arguably one of the best fraggers on the other side, although not having a great map 4. For the good guys, what does this do for them? Do they want to establish more towards mid? It looks like it. The AWP finds it. NWP playing Bunny Jender still finds the kill. As Edge at least gets something back, but this is a nightmare start for the Sellers in this round 8.
Yeah, nightmare of a start. Looks away just to get them down. Gus 3K gone. And that is going to be 2 players versus 4. Steve, great timing though. He's able to push up mid behind, but look at this. Talk about being behind you. His Hedge getting gunned down. Steve, last player again. He plays very slow. That's why he gets to be the last player so consistently. But at the end of the day, we haven't seen him clutch much.
He's dripped up in his player profile. But can he drop some players here? 1v4. Zen's going to have the cut down on this one, and he doesn't check behind. And there's the headshot. Zen makes it easy. 3K from Nair. 3 different players get kills, and the good guys continue their winning streak.
Yeah, even across the board with the amount of damage that we're seeing, and now with the 3 and 5 scoreline, LFO managed to not only game, but take it with pride. WNTP proving why he's the best opper in the lobby. Zeroslav wanting to prove me wrong is going to have to wait a couple rounds as their team is back to being broke. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing a more damageful round, a little bit more DPS on the real cart here, but is that a P90 rush mid? It is, and Zero dies for it. Good trades.
Boy. Gus in a great spot to reinforce there. They've got 3 players through mid, though, so the good guys, they did leave their bomb back. Go pick that up. Singular hit points. Now, that doesn't matter as much, more because they don't have any frag grenades, but a single bullet could definitely change things. WNTV still alive here in this late round setup with still 70 seconds left to go. Hedges got the kill on Nair. Some team damage there from Obo, but look at this. The site is going to be taken. The question is, do they have the timing? Again, that was the low player. The quick swing out is caught by Zen, who's got the headshot, and now the plant is activated.
Great bait there. Absolutely clean and getting Hedge down, but now the last player, CT, wanting to push up. Gus gets spotted up the shoulder and be another down. An unfortunate round for this team again, but a little bit more damage than the previous, so they're in the right direction. However, it's not going to be easy. The map picks and the map lock-ins are definitely favoring LFO good guys right now.
Yeah, I mean, 4 is already enough to win on the T side, but talking about 6 rounds here, they've already guaranteed themselves a tied T side half, and they still have 3 rounds left to go in this one. The money is back to being nothing. for the Sellers. If they lose this one, they will not have a bye for that critical round 11. Zeroslav at least gets something to start. It's Steve on the trade away. So 2-0 here off the headshot from Steve. And the weapons are finally finding effort. They've cut off the entire of the Canals walkway, but WNTP is still alive and kicking.
Petro letting 14 damage just get burned away is going to be a little bit easier to take out thanks to these M4s now. So the one tap definitely back online. But what I need to be looking at here is WNTP's op. Very low HP, but the entry he's been able to do is pristine. However, leaning towards this A push, you need to find one of those picks. And they have the flashes. They have the utility to make this drama. WNTP is going to be burning half of it in mid, trying to get some people to rotate away. And if Hedge is a little bit more patient, he can find that value.
WNTP is just stranded here.
What?
God. Oh
Stranded.
my God. Petro puts them down as well. Doesn't matter if that guy's on an island. Volcanic here. 3v3. 30 seconds to go. And WNTP does die, so that op does finally fall out of his hands. This is an awkward little setup, but is it? Zen's got themselves another. It's the trade from Petro. This is a 1v1.
Now, Zero does have the opportunity to go for that op, but instead opts in for a very aggro position. And I think Petro is none the wiser. Now tucked into this cubby. Will Zero read this? Gun should be visible from around the corner. It's just barely if you get enough of this site cleared. One flash left. I think Petro heard a footstep. He does. He knows who Zero is. He relies on the flash. And the timing, beautifully played. Heard the smoke get pulled out and swung as he is out with his pants down. That is a 37 in a 1v1 clutch. A very close round. Arguably the closest round we've seen today.
And the tough part there was, I mean, a defusal kit changes everything, but the money's been so bad that they just couldn't find it. That should have been the Sellers round. No lie. I mean, WNTP finds a heroic kill before trading out, but even delaying the timing there. And once again, the money is bad. No helmets for everybody but one, and Zero's dead to a shot through the smoke. WNTP just cannot miss. 9 and 5. Second in kills. Steve and Gus, though, find a little kill back. The bridge is theirs.
Yeah, beautiful play on the bridge, and now Edge able to hold those bodies, maybe even upgrade his gun, as Zen upgrades Epstein's plan to death, and it's now going to be a little bit concerning as Epstein's now gone. We're back to being a 3-3, but Gus is in a beautiful position to try to get aggro here. Can WNTP read it? He whiffs a shot. Unfortunate. WNTP was not anticipating this. It looks like Steve's able to get one, but are you going to expect another one? There's so much running with your knife out, running with your secondary and util out that you really got to clear for those push-ups, especially if you're defaulting that slow.
Just a little bit of panic that we haven't seen from the good guys really through in and throughout. But boy, that timeline is ugly. 7 rounds straight before the Sellers get an answer on the more favorable side here. They've gotten 4. 5 is almost a necessity here, but pockets lined with gold here. WNTP is back to the AWP. Zeroslav wants to fight it and will deliver. It's kills across the board and a 2 for 2. And it's plaid stripes as the trades go away. Zeroslav is right back to blocking the electrical room. A double kill.
Nice.
The Reaper. How many challengers will die to the op? Is it one more? Yes, sir, it is. A quadra kill to end out the half.
Absolutely beautiful there from Zero. 13-9, carrying his team into a 5-7 scoreline. Not too shabby here, but with these new openings, CTs have a very solid option in getting some early frags and early aggression. LFO Good Guys walks into this half with advantage, and now, can they keep it? Can they keep their score above and end out the grand finals here of Season 10 for $500? Or will this be a vast concern?
I mean, if the Sellers can find a way to win on this second half, the map 5 is going to be really exciting. But that is a really tough first thing on the to-do list, especially with this new broken space. Through the bridge, Nair is able to guard so much and guard that early aggression for the Sellers. Who's going to be the step-up player? nobody but Zeroslav and Gus 3K are in the positive in the overall KD, and Obo takes down Epstein. It's not a big game for them, and Obo, it's just takedowns all across the board. Nair has crunched them. They're going to try and run in fast, but Zen is popping off. A 1-for-1 doesn't do you any good for the Sellers. They get the bomb plant, and it's just going to be Steve assaulted and dead. 1 for 8 on pistol rounds. The good guys are on today.
Pretty solid here. 7-5 now turns into 8-5. However, the Sellers did get that plant down. Steve sacrificing himself. BM. Oh, but we get it. He's dead. He's gone. He's already dead. So getting into this next round, the team has enough money to go for a force, which I argue that they will be opting for. The plant gives them enough cash for that. Now, the question is, will this force do what it's done many times before and shut down LFO good guys? I think LFO knows that they're anticipating a force because that bomb plant and because of this buy. Yeah. So I need to see how they position with these rifles. We're already in a rifle versus rifle round.
Really good control from the electrical room. Good shots, long range. Zero doubles. Just takes the site all themselves. The spearhead, the leader, the captain finds it all. And now for WNTP, has to just look long range. No bomb plant quite yet. The Sellers are taking their sweet time.
Yeah, taking their time here and might be able to find that trade. And Epstein whiffing that shot means that there is a chance of the trade back here. Gus looking for any rotates, but 3-5. They know rifle advantage is low. And they lose another. Has to go for the save now. WNTP pushing on up with the teammate. Opts to run away. Good idea here, but with the bomb not even planted yet, he doesn't have enough time to save.
There is a weird scenario where he finds this kill onto Steve and can turn things around. 30 mag here. He's got the bad damage, and Steve's got the kill. Double kill coming through in the Sellers. That is exactly what they needed. And the force up works out, and they finally get some life to breathe with.
All right. New life to breathe. Nice little breath there. Honestly, brought to you by Zero. That is an insane entry. Being able to get these pickups here. Will get traded out by the nade eventually, but to be honest, Zero is okay with carrying this team on his back. I mean, genuinely, him and Gus are the only positive players. I think, actually, no, Steve just barely broke through recently. 16-12. Next guy behind him is Gus at 10. So keep carrying, and you can make it all the way to that $500 check.
Which, by the way, that check is going to be doubled up for our next season. If you haven't already, get your team signed up for season 11. $1,000 on the line. You could be the team that tries to maybe dethrone the good guys if they continue their success. Zeroslav dies first in this round. The Sellers trying to find some effort here against this eco round, and Nair sneakingly suspicious on this spot.
Nice. Nair able to get one. And Petro swinging out. Look at the trade ups. And now it's just Steve. And again, another 1v4 for Steve. Steve having to book it. Has the bomb. Has to run. Molly is off the players. And now has enough time to get to the other side of sight. But who rotates quicker? With knives out, they're zooming. They have to get this plant. And Steve, he's been very good at getting them some money. But it looks like CT's made it just in time.
Oh.
And Petro stops anything from getting planted.
Filthy kills. I mean, that eco round tears down everything the Sellers wanted to build up off of. They're back to a loss bonus. They're back to just these hero rifles. And the good guys, the way they're working together with all their communication. And again, for a map that is so CT-sided, it feels like almost an inevitability. This is a big force up. No helmets on 2. Bomb in the hands. The Sellers are going to go a little bit slower here.
Pushed up. Oh. Bobo. In a great position to try to execute Heeg. Pushing him now. Spots the shoulder. Gets it. And Gus 3K is gone. Might be able to grab Epstein as well. But Epstein knows how to play this angle. But look at the aggression. Pushing out main. Petro has to just buy some time. Oh, this off angle is dirty, and it's going to be punishable. WNTP grabbing one down. And now 4-4. they decide to push.
It gets so weird for Petro and Obo because they want to flex back to mid. And they will, and they'll both die. Double kill from Steve and Epstein. They combine forward as they get the pincer in time. The plant is down for the Sellers. Nair, Zen, they are the ones that have to do it. And realistically, they don't have a ton of money either. So they may just stand with each other, try and play this crossfire. Or Nair's going to be a psychopath and, okay, just trade up the weapon, not actually going for it, though. Stick as each other's bodyguard. The Sellers, they're up to 7.
Up to 7 now, and decent save. You know, we do get a cape, an AK, maybe even find another one because Gus is dead mid, but the guard coming out from 0 isn't going to really allow much. Now, the question is, can 0 spot and stop Zen? All right, wow, Epstein, he almost got taken out by that bomb there.
Had to leave someone there to just scout it out. This round got out of hand very quickly. I mean, the Sellers, you talk about that off angle, but this double kill right here, Epstein got the flick, had the positioning, but actually helped out by a teammate on it. The Sellers back within 2. Money still there for the good guys. And once again, things are just flipped completely on its head, but the Sellers need more. They are the ones down in the series. They need this map to stay alive.
Good flashes. Smokes are down. I also really want to see the CTs take this angle here. Get a little bit more aggressive. Be able to try to punish them, and a good split here now. They can cut them off. This is a huge play for the A site. Good smokes, and we're again executing B. Sorry, executing A.
And it's just Petro. You say it's just Petra, though, and 12 and 11 so far. Drops the smoke for some safety. Already down to 65 HP. Close range shots land. One flash is good. Doubles them. WNTP is already here, and Obo's got the follow-up. Steve doesn't have the bomb in their hands. Needs to rotate in. Drops the molly. Now is going to look back for said bomb, but just can't find it on the ground quite yet. Trying to fight this 1v3 just straight up. Will finally grab it and position himself on the pillar. This is a good angle to isolate. Good headshot. Or good head peek, rather, as WNTP is taken off the board. It's a 2v1, full HP, full armor on both. They swing it together, and they'll do their duo work. Double digits for the good guys.
Actually, crazy play coming out there with the MP9. That flash, perfectly timed to get the double down, and pretty much single-handedly won them that round. Stop the push, leave Steve in another clutch situation, which we know Steve finds himself in a lot, but has not found that value. And the value has led to double digits on the board for LFO good guys in a very aggro mid push.
Ooh, good shots to start. Obo's dead, but it's the follow-up from WNTP. They've only got the 20 mag version. They've got to set themselves up for a reload and just backpedaling, backpedaling, backpedaling. A 4v4 here. Lots of rifles still available. There's some good bullets. WNTP finds a double before them and their teammate are both stricken from the record. The good guys, 2 alive, but they need to retake.
All right. 2 left. I'm surprised WNTP didn't molly or nade or use any util to try to slow that rush. He knew that it was coming and he just didn't bother putting it down. And unfortunately, we didn't get the trade for him either. So in this 2v3, both teams need this round. Lots of money. Oh no, they can't see him. And Hedge is going to swing out and take out Nair. Zen, last player. Looking for some exits now. Not enough time to go in. And he just gets bullied by Steve. Well played, coming out from the Sellers.
Steve gets a double. I mean, you talk about this team starting to find each other in a well-rounded type play. 4 different players here for the Sellers get kills. And, you know, I like that they go with this patient bridge play, but as soon as they get that first kill, they're like, okay, it's go time. We need to go fast. We need to get the plant as a guarantee. And they've chopped the lead down to 2. So the good guys, although we hyped them up on their ability to win this map and how good they've been on their CT side, their lead is in a little bit of a catastrophe.
I've always been looking over at the Sellers as someone who, or as a team that's very consistent in getting these early angles. So the fact that they're getting first blood so often tells me everything that I was thinking might be on the nose. But now it's a 5-7 round. Remember, LFO Good Guys was able to use those 5-7s to turn this game around completely, but WNTP now out of the game. And Nair wanted to try his best to get up close and personal, maybe find an execution.
I think when you look this round too, I mean, it's not the greatest of weapons, but on that CT side, the other problem is they're only down to 1 smoke. So the sellers, although it seems like they're low on time, they have plenty of it. They might have to wait for the second smoke to come out. It is on Petro War, who is kind of over on an off angle, but his rotation could do a lot. Petro could try and crunch this. Here come the smokes. They're going to look right first here and die to Nair. It's a headshot. That's all they'll get. Obo literally has to do it all themselves until Petro gets here, and they die to an HE right at their feet. So Petro might be able to get that picked up rifle from Gus, but I think that Hedge is going to smoke it out, or smell it out, and finds that headshot. So relatively clean round, and the sellers are within 1.
Yeah, they're 1 away from getting us tied up, and they are very good in clutch situations when it comes to round after round, once things get close. And to be honest, there's a good chance that they can take this to overtime or even take it all the way away. Especially, look at LFO Good Guys. They're going with the hero rifle of WNTP. This is a very bold hero rifle, as the rest of his team is saving, and the team economy is going to be a little bit skewed.
A lot of heavy pressure towards bridge. They were expecting that rush stack and seeing if they could get an early rifle takeover. The answer is no. Still a 5v5 here, 30 seconds in. You wonder for Petro War how good they can do. I mean, how many times have we seen him on an island and find so many burn downs with little to nothing in the inventory? The big problem is 0 utility for the good guys. Right now, the seller's playing it slow. WNTP finds a kill. That's pick-upable.
That is what the hero rifle is for. You use it to get you more rifles, and bada bing, bada bang, they are now on the board, but no one's going for the gun. They have to just play their life now, because this push coming towards the B site, it's going to look a little rough.
There's Insane. Gets the headshot. Steve's doubling up. Make that 3. All of them are dead. Zen needs to get this headshot kill. They won't find it, and it's all down to WNTP. How much hero do you have? There's a good heroic burst. I've never seen WNTP and Superman in the same room. Let's find out if he really is him.
He shouldn't be. He needs to save this. Remember, he bought up and the rest of his team didn't, so he needs to save the gun to keep his rifle up. No offense, Superman needs to stay in his Fortress of Solitude for now.
He needs to be Clark Kent in this round and secure the family's financials rather than gamble everything on trying to defeat an evil supervillain.
No. Put the glasses back on, buddy. Button up. There we go. Thank you. All right. Good. We're going for the save. That's not bad. But I think now they realize, okay, you got to stop him. You got to find him. This is very ego. Uh-oh. Get away from that bomb. Okay. Fully survives. Keeps the rifle. Don't ADHD. Just sit still. There we go. Now, a tied game here, Llama. 10-10. And both teams get rifles.
I think this round was almost closer than it should have been. I mean, Steve doubling up alongside Zero there. That stack was a little bit awkward. I actually would have liked the good guys to just sit on that pillar play, work off that crossfire, and make them come into you rather than just sending them. But at the moment, it's 10-10. Everybody's got rifles. One of the most pivotal rounds, and it's a rush. Nair finds the first, gets immediately traded, but through the smoke, there's no damage there. The bomb is immediately going to go down. Zen, can they find the close range kill? They're mollied out. They've got the kill anyways. 2 for nothing for good guys. For Steve and the rest of the crew there, they've got the trade, and it's down to just 3 with no recourse on the good guys' side.
We did see a lot of damage being dealt by utility here. And that could allow for these M4A1Ss to really start one-tapping people. But look at Steve. He's getting split. He hears the noise behind him. He needs to push up. He gets 1. He gets 2. But he gets traded. WNTP's alive, but they're gone. And, what? The sellers, they're in the lead now. LFO good guys are back to being broke. But the loss bonus allows WNTP to pull the op out. This is a glass cannon.
I don't know how I feel about that. Talking about this last round for a second, I mean, just really good in the chaos, being able to find cohesion and work together. Steve is a monster. There is a point where Steve was very much struggling in this map. 19-11. And I'm not talking about the war. I'm talking about the man of Steve, who's leading the charge now. And the good guys, they're gambling it all. I mean, WNTP, if you don't get value with this, you might have just lost your team the map. And you see the head, you get the kill.
Nice. There we go. WNTP, the hero rifle, the hero op of all guns, is now trying to find some more value. This is the same thing they did last time, but are we going to see the double stack? Are we going to see another aggressive play? We do get the little piece of util. And WNTP actually grabs hedge. What? All right. Finds the value on the people pushing water. Leaves now the 2 MP9s to need to hit their mark. Gus swings out, finds one. Doesn't check his corner and gets traded out. Who anticipates that? And the running gun will do some damage to Epstein, but WNTP anchoring this down. Needs to split. Has to get the timing. Oh, doesn't shoot. Wait. The flash covers the plant sound, and they get it down. Llama. They need to find the guns that they've managed to pick up. Can we get them? Or they're just going in with the pistols.
I mean, they had 2 easily pick-upable rifles on bridge, and Zeroslav's got Petro. You've got to find it. Deagler, nothing. Long-range shots here. They get the flash out to pop. Bombs at half. No defusal kit. Almost got another! He's stolen away the rifle, but they need to go now. Zeroslav watches over, takes the first, and WNTP did not hold the defuse. Zeroslav says, go home!
Single-handedly, I think that might just win them the game now. Rifles are back in the hands, but the op on WNTP, why do we not go for the guns? We had enough time, we had enough space, but instead we rely on the pistols, which unfortunately lets Nier go in blind. Or sorry, lets Petro go in blind. So I'm worried. This has to go to overtime, or we're going to map 5.
I would love either result, to be completely honest. For WNTP, that's good damage. Epstein is down to 75. One big thing. Defusal kit's down to 2. WNTP is dead. For how good they have been here on this map, the past couple rounds have not been it for them. And it is all down to Petro, who dies. The bomb site is theirs. The Sellers have got a 5v3 to try and close this out and send us to a map 5.
They are making too much footsteps. Does stay alive, grabbing Epstein down, but look at Obo's HP, 3 remaining. Zen has to get it, but Obo dies to the nade. And now they know exactly where the last 2 are. 2v4, the clutch of the ages. Run and gun, spots out 1. Move. He gets taken out by Hedge. And the crossfire's too big. Gets blinded. Half time on the bomb. Tech 9 out. They just have to play time. They have to end this. They need to get to map 5. Baited by the movement. And they're done. LFO good guys not able to take it on Anubis.
7 rounds in a row on the T side of Anubis from the Sellers to lock themselves in. The good guys have already won 1 championship on Game 5, and I guess, Edger, they're going to have to try and do it again.
I mean, we saw Overpass is a very favorable map for them, so going into this decider, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very hard to see what this team is going to be able to, finish up with. And as we can see, map pick seemingly is where these guys like to be, but there's a reason Overpass is the decider. They didn't want to be there, but it's not going to be something too easy to go to, Llama.
No, definitely not. You talk about going into a map 5, and especially for a team like LFO Good Guys, I feel like you've lost a little bit of confidence. You've lost a little bit of your drive. Where's that team that was BMing all the way through yesterday? They have finally met their match. 1 single map will decide our champion here today, but we've got to go to a short little break. Set up that lobby. Don't go too far. We'll crown a champion after this short break.
I got all the voters.
I swear to God, I've been at it for a minute. Climbing to the top, and this music was my ticket. Found a way to grind, turn a passion to a business. No limit, I'ma get it, having millions as a witness. I'm addicted to winning, living up every single day. I'll be fighting and building up in a million different ways. I don't think I can stop, I think I need the chase. I love the race, and I'm running till I'm first place. Long nights, long flights, I'ma make it big. Big dreams, big sights since I was a kid. Doing things that I like, let the pieces fit. I like the pain, feel alive when I'm under it. I could change, adapt, do what I need to. All these obstacles, they look and see through. Don't let the anger out, just let it feed you. I'll see you at the top, just let me teach you.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller. Move forward in the battle like soldier. In the game like closer. I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motor. I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters. You could call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
They be like, really, you got a milli from doing something silly? I'm like, chilly, I've been killing for decades now, Billy. Well, maybe like several years, but who's counting really? I just know how to turn something silly into a milli. Got a lot to say, and a lot need to hear it. You don't quit today, we don't stop, no, we feel it to the top. Yeah, we change our whole world, yeah, we steer it. Getting lost in the things that make us so worth hearing on. I'm the first one to turn up, learn stuff, but mostly I'm just in the lab getting work done. Cause the bills on the first, they still worth some. I never forget being broke, man, it hurts, son. But not as bad as not having any purpose. I took stabs, this and that, and it's working. But I still grind every day for that thirst. It's a curse being first, yeah, still gotta get my work done.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller. Move forward in the battle like soldier. In the game like closer. I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motor. I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters. You could call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
Yeah, let's go. New year, new me, turn it up a new degree. I'm gonna make it to the top if it's the last thing I see. Work hard every day, work hard, then we play. I'll be doing everything in my own damn way. Ain't nobody tell me shit, I'm on top of it. Writing hits that make other people feel like writing hits. We gon' get every little goal that we wanna get. Never quit, we don't even know what it means to quit. Write it down, what you want, what you need, what you see. Everything that you wanna be. Put it out in the world, that's your destiny. In your mind, what you need is to have believe. I'm gonna make it to the top, cause I never stop. My own switch doesn't have enough. I think it's broken, I think it's lost. I guess that's why I never take a loss.
New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see. Don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed.
And welcome back, everybody, to the PGCS. My name is Edu, and it is now Game 5, joined here with Llama, as we are looking at Overpass for our final map, and hopefully, one person gets to be crowned a winner by the end of it.
Yeah, we could have infinite overtime going into the late night and have to draw it out until tomorrow. But I'm excited to see who crowns themselves winner, and especially because you talk about, funny enough, both teams have taken their map picks. They've been clean and solid up until now, and we get to the decider, which is going to be much different than a lot of the other maps we're seeing. I think one of the biggest things, you talk about the two oppers for these two teams. They are the two players that have really decided where the maps have gone, and they are going to have the most impactful way to have it on Overpass with all those long angles.
And if this team has done their research, they understand WNTP's main strategy of taking fountain control with that op. And that's something that only works if it's not being read. And unfortunately, it's VOD reviewed. It's time that you should know exactly what this team is doing, especially considering that this team watched this game most likely right before getting to their own semifinals. So they know what happened here. So on Overpass, knowledge check, kind of out the window. Now it's just mechanics check, and now it's just making sure that this team knows what they're doing. But at the end of the day, WNTP, he's been hitting some crazy quick shots, but so is Zero. So battle of the oppers, let's see who makes it proper, as we are going to be getting into the game shortly here. And hopefully we can see that this pistol round is going to be the decider of who gets momentum, as that seems to be the case for both of these halves. Is whoever takes pistol round has been able to fully drag out the first half in a successful way. Of course, we have seen that the good boys or good guys have been able to turn it around slightly, even if they lose that momentum. So anything is possible here.
You know what's better than momentum is some cash money. And the good news for you guys at home is we are actually doubling our prize pool from this season to next season. If you want to get signed up, it's going to be in mid-March when the tournament is run through. You could be the next team that we are calling. But for now, it's Game 5 championship time. Let's find ourselves a winner as we hop into game for the finale of the championship.
Let's take a look at this. Starting on the CT side is going to be LFO Good Guys. Starting on the T side is going to be the Sellers. Polish team versus Good Guys. Let's see who's going to be able to take this cake. Now, Zeroslav going on up, looking to try to get some very noisy, aggressive play into Fountain and mid.
Nair's got the discipline for first headshot. Will die to Epstein. Now they got to get actually Oboe rotated back around into a better position, because although they have control, especially from WNTP in a longer angle, it's actually going to be the force away. So not super over-rotating here. Gus is a big one, though, as he takes down the dualies. Another set of them on the outskirt look, as Zen tries to put in the work. Just does some damage, doesn't find anything more, or does he? Finds the headshot. The Sellers, they're down to 3, but the Good Guys are just down to 1.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of curious as to why we took our silencer off the USPS, letting people know exactly where we were shooting from there, Ner, but now leaving WNTP in the last position. It's not going to be easy. He knows he's getting pushed from the right. Has to try to fight this. Now Zero cuts him off. There's no time. Goal here. Try to kite them into your gun. Backpedaling into repedaling into re-hitting into somewhat of a save? What's happening here? Okay, Epstein dies to bomb, and we still end up dying.
Interesting.
Very.
I think maybe it was just trying to fight that kill and get a better angle, but realized, like, oh crap, I'm running to the bomb site with no cover. So Nair there does get that nice first blood, but it all kind of falls apart after that. Really big stuff from Gus overall, who finds that entry kill, shuts down the dualies, and it is the Sellers who find themselves on weaponry first.
Yeah, finding themselves up close and personal, Nur is going to try again. Glad that he kept the silencer on this time. His stealthy little lurk play last time would have been much more efficient, but this round, they have Hail Mary stacked in upper, and now with everyone over in Park, the bomb gets to be planted for free here. Oboe looking to maybe break themselves in, maybe with one pick or two. I mean, we've seen Oboe be very consistent from those long distances, but Zeroslav's about to get a triple kill, so.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Yep. Well, we called it, but now 2 players are left, and one's still on the flank. Does have a deagle. WNTP, I think a lot of his biggest downside is how often he's forcing up stronger weapons, because it's not finding value with them.
No penta, but flawless. 2 straight here, and those weapons saved are going to be so huge. The ability to force WNTP to force up, I think it's a confidence-breaking factor that you talk about Zeroslav and how good they've been not only in this map, but you go back to the last map, especially with that AWP, it feels like WNTP is losing confidence, and that is a game killer, a series loser from the Good Guys.
Yeah, this is definitely not great from Good Guys. I think that, as the reigning champions, they have to now rein it in a little bit, but the double kill down from WNTP, there we go. That's the play style that they desperately needed, but you got to keep as many guns up as possible. Can the 4 remaining just finish off the 3? Can we get them to clean this up? Now, the Sellers started off strong, but remember what happened on Overpass last time? they were able to, you know, lose a couple rounds for good guys and then turn it around. So I'm not out of the woods yet. I think it's the late game plays and the hero plays from Zero that have really determined this game. The early game, the curve of the rounds, we know that good boys are still in this for a very long time.
It's going to be a bumpy ride for sure, but they've got at least control of this round. Monster and nice control as well from Petro. He's going to play down low off of that smoke, and it feels like the Sellers don't really have too many ways to go. Even though they've got 50 seconds left, they've got full utility. Petro, how big can you be? How long do you hold it? Finds the headshot, spraying down, fish in a barrel. They take a bunch of damage. Now Oboe trying to watch for a counter angle, but nobody's coming from the generator side. Kill from Oboe. Is it a second? Yes, sir, it is. The good guys find their first.
Finding out that first 1-2 now, as it is looking extra crispy. Hopefully they can keep it going. Hopefully we can keep up that money. But as we see, it's all about the hero plays. Getting those double kills is what really can make or break this matchup. And Oboe, WNTP, double kill demons for that round. Can they be consistent? Look at the money. They win this, they're back in the lead.
Sellers need to be careful here, though. A forward position from Nair could really ruin a lot of what they have in terms of their planning. I do like their forward position on some of the housing, and Nair, like we said, isolated position, uses that head glitch to work it, and Zen finds another kill on Hedge. Already, it's down to just Zero Slaw on this outside look on the mud side. For the Sellers also, they don't have the bomb. They left it back in spawn, so I guess it's better that their opponents don't have it. And Nair, well, he's got another headshot. Double kills.
Yeah, Nair doing very good. We need this round to be flawless for LFO. Good guys if they want to not only go into next round with a lot of these AKs, but also build up that economy like we know they do so well. But Petro, looking around Monster, trying to find that last player. Unsure where these guys are, but the thing about it, look at how patient they're playing. They're not really being too aggro. They're letting things work well in their favor. This is what I needed to see from them a couple games ago, but now we're here, and they're locking it in, and they're not being antsy.
I think for the Sellers, weirdly enough, they might just save here. I mean, they've got armor, they've got utility still in the inventory, and 2 AKs to work with. Just playing defensive angles at the moment, and that's what it looks like it's going to be. Again, the bomb is still sitting back in spawn, so they'd have to grab some hyper boots and run super fast. Double take and gets the kill. So WNTP still having a little bit of a rough go of things from the end of that last map into now. But the good guys, the good news is they will find themselves another round win.
Yeah, again, we needed to see the CTs just be patient and play off their life. Luckily, WNTP has enough money where it doesn't really matter, but that could have just easily been, you know, an earlier op, you know, but Zen's going to buy him the op. We're going to be fine. A little bit disappointing that we see him get picked off there, but we do get a little bit of trades, and now a 2-2. Still some buys. Still being able to pick this up. That's a little bit rough.
I think for the Sellers, this is actually really a big round in terms of how much damage they can do. Early smoke guidance and a Molly and Miss Nade combo. Petro. Does he shoot? Does he shoot? Just shoot your gun and finds the first. Runs out of bullets. Oboe's got the extra. He's traded 2. And all of a sudden it falls to Nair as their teammate dies up top. From nothing to something, from everything going here for the Sellers. They've got control of the site. And realistically, it's WNTP. A rare missed shot. The bomb is going down. The nade should help out for damage and takes down Gus. But the bomb is indeed planted. 2v2.
Molly perfectly timed, but is it enough? Oh my God, he's doing skating tricks on it. He slid down that and still got the shot off. Beautiful play. And now 2-2 turns into 3-2. What a round for them. I'm surprised we didn't see any multi-kills. Genuinely. Everybody just kind of went for their own.
It's kind of a weird, like, dissected round like you talked about. It was all 1v1s. All fun under the sun here. Petro got blinded, but still at the perfect time. Those trades were beautiful, but that wrap. Nair's movement in that round allowed WNTP to go down, get that angle, and the second guessing of the Sellers offense once again finds themselves back into a one-down position. It is just the hero rifle, and this is the push. WNTP, blinded, naded out, is on the run. Will find a shot that doesn't land. Finds the second that connects. Running at him with a Tech 9. It's fine. 1-for-1 here as Nair finds the back line. Double kills him, and now has control of exactly where Zeroslav wants to go. A missed shot from him. Everybody's missing AWP shots here.
Even has the bomb in possession. Everything is looking great here for LFO. Good guys until Gus shows up. Gets one. Doesn't get the second though, but does enough damage. 10 HP. We know Zeroslav has that op, but what's secondary? Tech 9? Tech 9 might be enough to just get these picks down, but he goes for the flick and he gets shredded. Unfortunately, without a frontal lobe, clutching this round is going to be a lot more difficult.
Zeroslav is 8-2. Would love to see it. Pulls out the pistol. Tries to convert at close range, and then will just try and run away. That is the Tech 9 in the inventory. Got a little bit of an upgrade instead of the basic pistol, so. But not horrible here from the good guys. Great damage. They'll survive some rifles over to the next round, and here's the wrap from behind. There's a big kill from Zen. Their 4th of the matchup, and their 2nd of the round. It's the good guys. 4 straight rounds here.
Dang. Actually insane to see these shots unfortunately miss from WNTP. He's being the sacrificial lamb for Nair, and it worked, you know, getting these triple kills, Zen getting that, getting the bomb down. Very clean. But at the end of the day, we need to be seeing a little bit more consistency from our opper, because right now it has to be carried from everyone else. And Steve wants to just start running on in. The nade is going to just tickle him a bit.
It's interesting where WNTP is kind of set up. Was rotated forward, wanted to go for that fountain push, but is now going to go straight down the stairs and watch from that terrace to see if they can find AWP kills. Because Obo and crew, although they have the sight control, they don't have that upward sight control. They need to work off their gun skill right now. Jumping shot takedown from Petro War. WNTP is here and is ready to fire. Ooh. Double kills him. Petro finds the 3K to one up their teammate. It's the full house from the good guys.
Yeah, good guys looking very happy on the CT side so far. They're doing a beautiful job of executing these plays, and now we're finally seeing WNTP rely less on those flicks and more on those angles, and that is what we really need to be looking at. That reaction time, clean shots, Petro getting a very solid round, and now Abo and the rest of the team pushing up yet again. WNTP, this is a little bit unique, wanting to go, no? Just getting some info. And a pick. And another one. Oh, he misses that one. He knows he's getting rushed, but he doesn't miss the final. Just crazy shots. And now Gus 3K has to get a 5K. Has to go Gus 5K on the board. And the flash. Perfect from across the map from his teammate.
The work together is insane. And WNTP on these round closers. Fired up. I was unfamiliar with his game on Overpass. And for that, WNTP makes them pay. I mean, already 6 rounds in a row, but more importantly, Edu, I think it's confidence. We talked about for WNTP. He doesn't care that he's died a few times. Sending it every single round here towards Fountain.
Yeah. And, yeah. Remember the bottom, you guys. WNTP is going to be doing that. And his movement is going to allow him to do it really early. But here's the swing. Flashes out, and it is traded. Hey, able to stay alive. And Gus 3K will be taken down, but look at this damage. A lot of players are low. Heg 10 HP. We're going to go for the boost spot to try to get some more value. Breaking the doorway. Don't quite see them. WNTP taking a little bit more of an aggressive angle here in sewer line. Might get himself split from under and above. Oh, the timing. Heg's right below WNTP. WNTP gets out just in time.
And now is in one of the best spots on the map. I mean, sure, Steve picked up that op, but who cares? I mean, they've wasted so much time and haven't really developed the map here for the sellers. I mean, where did they even try to go? Steve has got that bomb. He's rotating back through the fountain side, so... You know, the good guys are 2-2 split here, so theoretically the sellers have a 3-2 advantage wherever they go. They've got a ton of utility with 30 seconds left.
All right. Hearing some footsteps. WNTP. Oh, the time. He spots it. Tries to bait Zero's shot. And Zero now knows. Left-hand side. Oh, WNTP whiffs that. And if he re-peeks, he's going to get punished for it. Steve's the upper. Wait, what? Steve's able to grab that one. I'm so out of it. Now it's Obo who needs to get back into it. Waits for his team to rotate. And Petro on a beautiful flank here. 3v2.
In the walk. Ooh. Steve continues to hit. Whose op really is it? Double kill already. This is a 2v2. Both players here on the good guys. They've got defusal kits, and with Epstein dying, Steve's going to try close range here. Quick scope. Timing! Finds it! Gets the delivery. Is it a quadra? No. This is the headshot. Petro, though, is on a timer here. Down to a third. Down to a setup. And there's the no-scope! There's the quadra! Nightmares!
Oh my god. Okay, so Steve's the opper now. And now we're going to give it a Hedge. Hedge the opper now. He's going to drop it on the ground. Why are we not seeing Steve pick up the op more? This guy's kind of cracked with it. Double near no scopes. But the Seller's able to take that round. They're now back in it. 6-3 here. Every game that LFO good guys have been able to take, it was 9-3. So can we see it happen again?
Ooh. We'll see what this round looks like as well. I mean, early damage on Hedge is going to take him down to 46 off that nade. The Sellers really well developed here in this early round setup. And they've actually left the bomb once again nearest to them towards this hit. For the good guys, though, they've still got that AWP from WNTP. But they did use some of their early smokes to guard off of Monster to especially let Petro get into a good spot. Flash goes out. Petro's going to die. There's a good combo. Obo's got the immediate trade, though. And now they realistically have to rush it. Reinforcements are coming. If they don't go quick enough, or if they just all die, things could go bad. 3v3. WNTP is rotating from the top bar. But Obo has to reinforce themselves to a better position. The molly's good. The nade is better. And the Sellers are down to 2 off the Pixel Peak. Zero Slav has to do it all with this AWP. Hero or nothing. Walking into the sightline. WNTP secures it again as Obo finds the double kill.
Actually crazy there, Llama. 7-3 now, stopping any chance at a comeback. And now with only 2 rounds remaining, this is the last buy that we're going to be seeing here. Actually, no. They get a buy for the rest of the half. This is Lost Bonus City here. So this should be a-okay. And a pushback. LFO good guys wants to keep it consistent. However, if it's not a hero play from Steve, who's finally been in a 1v4 clutchy clutched, it's now time to actually see what he can do.
Not a ton of utility here for the Sellers, even though they've got a buy. I like this change-up, though. They're going to challenge WNTP. They'll take him down via Gus, and they should have a little bit more space moving up the park side. Nair's going to try and defend this. There is a AWP from Epstein this time to try and fire back. 3 players make that 4 here, and once again, a smoke going to have to be dropped. That'll delay their push, but it sure won't stop it.
Oh, good angle, but too close. Nair's going to get taken out. And another swing. Zero needs to toggle up and get these picks. And oh my god, he toggled up and he got those picks. Beautiful. Now it's just going to be Petro in a 1v5 who doesn't need a save. Can go for the kills.
May try and grab that AWP. We'll see. It's over in that longer park side, so I'll have to see the Sellers, though. They are definitely going to win this round, barring a meteor blowing up all their PCs, which could happen. We've seen crazier for somehow on the semifinals. The Sellers, though, this will get them up to 4. Petro War just trying to do as much damage as possible. The health bars aren't great, and the trigger discipline. They're going to check it finally. There's AWP. Can't get the second, so we'll be able to grab the big rifle.
Yeah, but they just picked that back up. Unfortunate round there. Could have gotten 2, but the transfer was not quite ready. And a beautiful clear coming out there from Epstein. Also, the read of going, okay, this guy plays in park. He never plays in park. He always plays party. So if we just rush park, we have a free long and we just catch him with his pants down. So it worked really well. But now, getting into the next round, it's time to see what these guys are capable of. Up in the hand and the execution. Steve, keep the up. I love this.
3 different players have picked it up here. Nair, really good discipline on the fountain. Fills it with blood as Petro War finds their headshot. 2 for the price of 1. And an upgrade there. That's the AK, so a little bit bigger mag. The Sellers trying to find their 5th, but they have been staunched here in the early round. I'd also like to point out for Heg has yet to score a kill. We're in round number 12.
Yeah, we're definitely looking for some solid gameplays here. And the real question is, will we see Petro getting more of these multi-kills like he does in Monster? 1 minute on the clock. They have more than enough time to try to buy some space and get them through these. But at the end of the day, we do have Obo always trading him out. And Steve's op has to be the thing to entry for some reason. No one really wanting to take the bullet and push that smoke yet.
Missed shot there. 40 seconds to go now.
Oh!
Finds it off the blind. That's incredible. 2v2 here. They are just walking in. Zen is going to put his head down and just let them walk. Say go. They don't know. Nobody prepared for it. Trigger discipline of an unimpossible monster was what I was going to say as Zen finds the double. Words are hard, but the shots are easy for the good guys. They find 8.
Beautiful, beautiful little ninja play there from Zen, being able to get the double down. And that is the half, 8-4, a little bit better than last game. And now a chance for LFO good guys to seal the deal. But here's the thing. This CT-sided map is all about the oppers, which we have now noticed Steve Leet is the opper. And we can even see Zero get a mental reset by switching sides. This is definitely a winnable half for them, even if they start off down 4 rounds. So let's hope and see, hope and pray. Can we see if they're going to be getting these picks? And it looks like the first thing they're doing is a nice, solid B push.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a split for the Sellers. They have some players to defend it, especially Gus. So far, 7 and 10 on this map. They can find this pistol, would definitely help them out. Again, this is the final map. No more second chances. Winner gets the lion's share of the prize pool. Moves on. Gus already got 1. Sprang down for the damage on a second, and Obo finds the double kill. It's a kill back as the team damage helps out. The good guys relatively have the site. They've got 1 more to clear on the back of it. But the good guys, as they try and get that, there's so many angles to watch here on the site they've got to clear out. The bomb is going down, but for Obo, needs to find more than this double kill.
Obo needs to trust his teammate to guard that heaven. They do, but no, Zero's pushed up. Obo trades it out, and Obo almost gets 4. Now 1 left, Petro. Just executed. Beautiful shot there. And LFO good guys take the pistol round. Obo, just a round of applause for that guy. An insane spray of bullets. Just what you got to do if you need a clutch up for your team.
I mean, that was everything. That transfer going from the straight up 1v1 up to the heaven fight, just beautiful. The good guys, I mean, we've said it so many times, Edu, they have lost very few pistol rounds. It has helped them out in their overall round margin, and it puts them up 5.
Yeah, up 5, and now with a molly like this, separating them out. Hedge wants to get aggro here. Second molly, says now tuck him in the corner. This, where's the third molly? Right, who's got it? Okay, Hedge is still going to be able to find the value there. Double down, but Obo still getting the trade. However, AK is now down in the hands of Hedge. Can we see them want to keep pushing up? Zeroslav, full MP9 team, looking to get aggressive in Park.
They know, but they're not going to know what to do with their brains on the floor. Zeroslav, the 3rd kill of the round for the team. And it's a re-rotate out. For the good guys, they've still got the bomb in the hands of Zen. But Petro took some early damage as well, down to 54. They've got to play this together. There is an entry, especially because they have that smoke. If they can fire together, work as a team here, especially if Hedge goes overextending up the stairway, could be an easy find, or Zeroslav with a picked up rifle could just find it all. Nobody's checking behind him, but the timing just isn't there.
Yeah, timing's not there. Could have kept going, but opted not to. Hedge now being spotted out. We are going to see Petro moving a little bit faster. Now we're actually seeing Zeroslav go for the same flank as before, but this time increase the speed. Will he be red here? The answer is yes, and now he is down. The timing not favoring him that time. Zen, up close, wanting to just play on sight box. Needs to stop any of these rifle users to be close. Great crosshair placement. That's one. That's two. One pushing him on the box and his teammates backing him up. Petro gets it down and double digits are on the board again for LFO Good Guys.
A 2v4 turned on its head. They go back-to-back rounds. The unassailable Hedge started off with a huge double kill. Those mollies miss him just barely. And this is a round where you get Ziroslav going, but Petro finds themselves a spray transfer to help out to keep Zen alive. Both them get their double kills. And a timeout, well-deserved, from the Sellers, who spent a lot of money. I mean, Gus is down to $0 in the bank account with just a poor little SMG.
Here we go. Poor little SMG. A hero SMG. Gus 3K. Not having the best game of the day, but neither is Hedge. These two players locking in a little bit more can genuinely turn this grand finals around. But now, as they are going into it, we see some pistol ups. We see some 5.7s, Deagle, and Hedge going for the full save. Looks like Hedge is actually going to try to buy Ziroslav that op.
Saving a little bit of money here in those early bits of damage. Even better. Ziroslav, just 4 damage is what they'll lose to start. The Good Guys 3 rounds away from
the timing.
Ziroslav. The double take catches him out. There's dead, and there's another. The Deagles continue to fire as Zen at least gets something back. That's a 2 for 2 to start. The best case scenario from the side of the Sellers. Hedge has got the rifle. They've got 2 other players as well that can be used as meat shields. And the health bars aren't great for the Good Guys as they rotate it.
Pushed up. Just 3. Going in. They just need to pincer this player. And with Steve actually in a fairly solid play, might be able to cut him off. But he's not committing. And these 3 players, rifle in hand, have advantage. But hey, Hedge, able to force up here. One gun. Gus 3K very close. No util being used. They are just jiggling. See the shadow. Swings out 1. Swings out 2, but they don't get it. Molly's now dropping, so they can't go from heaven. No one's connector. And they commit the plant. 5.7 only, not going to really find its value here. But, boom. Ooh. There is one more. Zen gets it. And there's the round. 4-11. With a plant down, this team is loaded here, Llama.
Full house. Good Guys continue to find clutches. And, again, for a round that started so abysmal. I mean, Zero just ruined their backline. The Deagle shots from Epstein caused 2 to fall down, and then that entry kill could have been a much different story. A 2v2 is lovely to get from an eco, but at the end of the day, Good Guys, calm, cool, collected. They are 2 rounds away from victory.
A timeout. Something to try to get this team back on its feet. And, you know, I called earlier that Hedge was going to opt for buying Zero an op. And Zero looks like he can afford his own. So now getting into this round, it's going to be very intriguing to see if the, you know, as I've called it, a contingency, the op of Ziroslav can try to stop the push of LFO Good Guys. Consistency-wise, Ziroslav has been hitting his shots. But Steve, this map, I honestly kind of want to see them swap. Ziroslav's been very good with any gun, and Steve has been very good, especially with the op. So I almost wish that they would, you know, put aside their roles that they have in the team for just this moment to actually let Steve keep cooking.
I think Steve's been really good. I mean, I think the one thing is you look at the kill-death ratio, you kind of see Ziroslav a little bit better overall. As you mentioned, though, has been really good with everything. And the interesting thing as we look kind of towards the buys of the Sellers, Hedge hasn't fully bought in yet, but there's only head helmets, I guess is what you call them, on 3. Only barely a bit of utility, so there's not a ton to work with. And when you're battling these AKs and full utility from the Good Guys, their ability to use their aggression, if you're not careful, I mean, if you lose one of those players without a helmet early and Hedge doesn't bring in a good enough weapon, this is a gamble where if the Sellers don't win this round, they're poor, they're broke. Even though they'll be on a loss bonus, they'll pretty much not be able to go into a full buy into possibly the last round of the series.
There we go. 4-11 now. I need one thing, and it's first blood in the hands of the CTs and not giving it up. How many times have we witnessed them getting a very early lead? Happened on Dust 2, happened on Ancient, happened a lot where we just see them get 1 to 2 picks and then we stop. We get a little bit aggro and we don't play off the life advantage. We try to play off the space advantage, and that's where we bite off more than we could chew. I need to see the first blood happen for the CTs if they want to stay in this game, and I need to see them play off of that instead of the other way around.
Especially the first blood has been such a power point for the good guys. Pause is inactive. They have yet to lose a round here in this half as well. Their ability to control on the T side has given them so much throughout the day. It was fun to see that maps on the side, just how the day has gone. Everybody taking their own. But at this point, what you take is now not only decided by you, but for the good guys. What they take is decided by their mindset, where they want to go as a team. For Petro, already finds a headshot. It's a first blood plus one more, and the control they've already garnered is insane.
Here we are. Pushed up. Lots of damage already. I needed this, but I need it from the CTs, not on the CTs. So, good effort. We'll try again. Llama. I'm really worried about Petro here just doing what he does, running out and killing 2 people, and that's the game. So, Zero, with this op, look at the difference in the way he plays versus the way WNTPs. It's like night and day. Oh.
Gets the double. Is it enough for Steve, though? We said it. Needs to clutch up. Needs to carry the team in the back. Low HP bars. There's the planter dead. Jumps on top of it. This is a 2v2. You've got the AWP advantage. What you don't have is a Petro war. The shot's through. Don't connect. Steve down to 74, and Steve is dead. The AWP is smoked off. And here comes the bomb plant. Zeroslav doesn't even get a chance to play the round. Obo finds the extra. 4 different players from the good guys find kills. And off of their first 2 kills in the round, they push the pressure button and push themselves to series point.
I mean, Gus 3K, if he lived up to his name there and got a 3K, they would not have match point advantage. Genuinely. Gus was so close to getting all 3, but there's only 20 bullets in the M4A1S, so you're not going to be able to finish off that many people in that short amount of time. But now, WNTP, counter-opper, time to cash out. Let's see if Zeroslav is going to get the value from being this aggro. He gets
Great
one,
shots.
but the trade.
It's not a ton of information, though, for the sellers. Amalulan's literally right on Epstein's face. An awkward bounce down to the low ground. The good guys, though, I love this idea. Send it through the long park. Find themselves some better angles. Work off of their AKs here. Both AWPs are dead, by the way, and so is Gus. A pivotal player. Their player that was 11 and 15, and there is another. Nair, how many do you want in this round?
There. See if we can get a 4K. Pushing on up. Lots of util. Flash is coming out. Hedge completely blind. And just in case, it fades right in time. 1-2. But the shot from Obo from behind saves the teammate. And now makes Steve. I think I've said this a few times. Steve in a 1v3.
It's clutch or nothing. I mean, this is it. This is the series. And already Obo's going to lock themselves in the bank. There's still 2 flashes. Couple pairs of smokes as well. Steve does have full HP, but now reveals their location. 18 bullets to do it all. Finds the arm, now down to 17. Dropping down, they will get dumpstered. And that's where it ends. The sellers, no chance to come back. It's a map 5 victory in back-to-back seasons. The LFO good guys are your Season 10 PGCS champions.
It's nice to see that nice screen at the end. Champions of the PGCS, the Plausible Gaming Championship Series. $500 has been claimed. And of course, it's only one season with many more to come. LFO Good Guys, our reigning champion, will hopefully be seeing them next time at Season 11, where we are going to be doubling our prize pool. 500 today, 1,000 tomorrow. Let's hope to see even more of this amazing gameplay. Maybe they'll come back to cash another check, but with $1,000 on the line, I think the competition is about to get really heated.
I think so too. I'm excited to see what teams we actually get to bring in for the Good Guys. Well earned. They fought in, they won their map picks, and overall, they had the cleaner semifinals, but I think I'd be remiss if we didn't give some credit to the sellers. I mean, their way they got here through semis, found themselves through an overtime victory, through a full regulation set, and then a map 3 victory. They brought this team that had been sweeping everybody else through competitive competition to 5 maps, and I think that deserves some credit. They get some time to come back. Maybe we'll see them again for the $1,000 tournament as well.
I definitely would like to see them in Season 11, and I'd like to see you guys in Season 11 as well, with our registration currently available inside of our Twitch links, inside of our YouTube descriptions of the stream, and of course, you can follow us on Twitter to see our stream there, as well as making sure to join our Plausible Gaming Discord to find a team so you too can compete inside of a $1,000 Season 11 tournament. So, we hope to see you guys there. As for the games that we saw today, it's been an honor to be on the desk back again with Llama. I've known this guy for a long time, and now we've seen some amazing Counter-Strike together as well.
Oh, we saw a really good match today. Went the full distance. I think that's the best that we could ask for. All the Counter-Strike action. Again, as you mentioned, follow over on all the socials, but we do have one other shout out to give because, you know, Edu, you and I got the easy job. We just get to watch some amazing Counter-Strike. The people behind the scenes were putting in a lot of work today, from our producer, Hazzy, to our 2 OBS runners in Onhead and Krauser, to our replay operator in Toshe, to our TO and Caladius. We've got to give them so much of the hype, and for you guys at home, make sure to tune in for that next Season 11, but that will wrap things up. For Edu, for Llama77, thank you so much for watching the Season 10 Championships for the PGCS, and we'll see you next time.
And you're bound to win. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win.
Make a deal with yourself that you'll get after it. Find something that you love, call it passionate. Or find some passion and leaving behind adequate. Your journey starts now, time to make it happen and you could be great, have it your way. Served up like some room service on a nice plate. The high life is only hours a day away from making a change to the life that you chase. New year, new you, new day. Go prove to yourself you can do anything you wanna do. When you set your mind to something big that you choose, break it down to the root, chip away, gotta move. Push past all your limitations. Right now consider this an invitation. Make your worth go up like inflation and start chasing your dreams, stop waiting.
New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything